Welcome everybody to the first live stream. First RR Slugger live stream. Thank you so much everyone for tuning in here today. I'm excited and even more so, I'm nervous. So hopefully it all goes well here. I am completely humbled by the amount of people that are here right at the first minute lining up to come in and hang out. I'm at a loss for words, so thank you everybody. Thank you for being here. Let's take a look and see what we're looking at here today. Hopefully you're able to hear the microphone just fine. Please let me know if volume levels need to be adjusted. I'm going to try to keep my eyes on the chat as much as I can here. And although I have to say it's moving a lot faster than I thought it was going to, so I guess I'll have to keep a closer eye on that as we go. But anyways, let's take a look and see what's going on here. So I was working with this OBS program here, trying to get the overlays to look nice and pretty and everything. So let's switch it over to the overhead camera and you can kind of get a sense of what that's going to look like. So this is the overhead camera here. It's not like, it's not as nice as the camera I use for creating videos. This one does plug into the computer more easily, as well as the microphone here. It's not the same one that I use typically, but hopefully this will give us a good enough picture quality. So, yeah. Okay, awesome. Emerald says, voice is loud and clear. That's good to hear, good to hear. I actually turned it up a little bit more since my last test run with it there as well too. I know, yeah, it's the hand reveal here, everybody. And you can, I was nervous enough that I was, these are the things I'm thinking about as I'm getting this ready. I'm like, do I wear sleeves? Like, do we do sleeves or do I go without sleeves? Like, does this look weirder? Like, so I'm thinking of these things as I go. So you can let me know, sleeves or no sleeves. Actually, you know what? I think I have a button. I can do something with that here. Let's see. I think that'll pop up there. Good, good. Yeah, you can vote. You can vote on sleeves or no sleeves as we go here. Anyways, let me see. Oh, okay, all right. So interesting. Yeah, this is the first Slug stream. Yeah, this is the first one. So, like I said, hopefully things are not a disaster. I don't plan on streaming like a bunch today. This won't be as long as tomorrow. This is just to test things out. Tomorrow's the big one. Tomorrow is going to be all 8 of the retail Rock Raider sets, building them from memory. And I don't know how that one's gonna go. We're gonna see. I think it'll be fun regardless, but yeah. Looks like the opinion is split on the sleeves. You know what I think this means? I think one sleeve is the answer then. So we'll do one sleeve and one without sleeve. I think that is what the chat is voting for right here. So thank you for letting me know about that. Okay, I'm already falling way behind on this. Man, I need to work on my reading skills so I can read this chat a little bit quicker. There's a couple of things I want to cover really quickly before we dive into cutting this thing open and opening it up and building the set and whatnot. This is a great chance, I think, for anyone to ask any questions. I already have received some questions about my opinions on power miners and Bionicle, which is, I know it's a meme, but that's funny. I appreciate that. Yeah. So, anyways, really quickly, right off the hop here, the way the stream is set up here is there is a little bit of delay between what I'm saying and what I'm reading in the chat. Now, I've selected low latency, so hopefully that'll help eliminate that. But when I was testing this out earlier, I noticed about 4 to 7 seconds of latency, so that it can vary quite wildly. But hopefully that's okay, and we'll be able to communicate easily enough. There is a option here right now it's subscriber only chat, so I'm just trying to cut down on any spam or bots or whatever might come our way here. So hopefully that'll help cut things down. I think it's subscriber only and then like a minute, as long as you've been a subscriber for a minute. So if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, if you want to chime in, you most certainly can. You just hit the subscribe button and then a minute later, and then you can chime in. There is a 10-second delay on messages as well, or I guess cooldown, I should say. You can send a message in chat, and then I think it should be 10 seconds before it lets you send another one here. Hopefully that'll help slow down the flood of messages coming in here. So yeah, that's stuff I just wanted to mention off the hop there. If you don't like any of that, please let me know. This is feedback for me as well. I think that's important. A couple of really quick things as well about things to keep in mind about the chat here. And I know I'm doing a lot of talking, I'm not doing a lot of reading. I need to shut up and start reading some of these messages. But I also want to point out, like, we're here to talk about Lego, so keep it within reason. We don't need to debate politics or religion or whatever, sex and violence, whatever it is in the chat there. Yeah, like maybe we'll drift off topic every now and then. Maybe I'll ask you what your favorite vegetables are or something like that. But let's be civilized here. I mean, we're all individuals, and we should be nice to each other. Helping out today. Emerald was very gracious in volunteering her time to serve as moderator here. So a huge thank you to Emerald for stepping up and helping out this great Rock Raiders community that we have here. So I'm very thankful for that. So yeah, whatever Emerald says goes, in the chat there. So Emerald's the boss. She's got the band hammer and whatnot. So, yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I'm a first timer here, so as we go, please offer any feedback that you have, and hopefully you've noticed. I think I've set it up. There's no monetization on the stream, and I don't plan to do that. If there's a button to send me money, please don't don't do that. Save your money, pay your bills. That's way more valuable. Buy vegetables. Buy some vegetables with your money. Yeah, I'd rather you do that. Okay. I've been rambling long enough here. I really need to read this through this chat here because I'm way behind on it. Way behind. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. My favorite Rock Raider set. That's a great question. Granite Grinder. It's got to be Granite Grinder, I think. Yeah. In terms of value for your money, I think that's the best one. That's the go-to set. I'm going to talk more about what my opinions on all those sets are tomorrow, though, with that live stream. But if I say you have to just get one, I think Granite Grinder's the way to go. Cool. We got an arm reveal. We did. Yeah. Yeah. Opinion on the recent Lego price increases. Yeah, that's a great question too. I did a community post about this more in depth on my YouTube channel, but in general, price is different to everybody. There is no good value for your money versus bad value for your money, like as a universal constant. It all depends on what value you put towards your money, how much work you have to do to earn your money in order for that to affect you. So I tend not to talk about money on my channel as much as possible. Like I can't say like, oh, this model team set right here, great value for your money. It was only $100 or whatever dollars right for it. Because $100 for me is very different than $100 for somebody else, and so there is no universal constant there. So I feel kind of bad weighing in, but I will say in general, I find most modern Lego to be too expensive for me to partake in. But that's largely the licensed series, I should say. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the licensed material recently. And so I don't buy it. Simple as that. Excited to hear okay, I don't know how far back I am in time here, because I feel like I am... Oh, nice. Only about 3 seconds delay between talking and chat. Thank you, Glowfox. That's great. Yeah, I don't know how far back in time I am reading this chat here, but excited to hear opinions on Lego building process. Yeah, I'll be talking about it as we go through model team here, for sure. Okay, I need to speed through. Yeah, no box should be spared, that's right. Hey, thanks, Axel. Hey, we got a Rock Raider Elite joining us here in the chat. Hey, Slugger, you're doing great. Thank you. Yeah, I have heard of Ninjago. Slippery Tiger's asking about that. I truthfully, I don't own a single Ninjago set, but there is one that's on my radar. I might pick it up. It's currently available on Lego.com. I might buy it. I have a video idea, and it relates to Lego Island, and that's all I'm going to say about that right now. Can you read the book today? That's funny. All right, I'm having a drink of water. Where did I put it? There, I did. Cool. Will this stream be saved? I'm not sure. I think I've checked this one off so that this one will be saved. I don't know if I'll end up publishing it. We'll see. We'll see. Tomorrow's will, for sure. I want to try to edit that one up as best I can to turn it into a proper video. Dinner time story. Okay. AAT Roger. I like the 10-second delay. Doesn't cluster the chat. Yeah. That's the goal. But man, I'm still working my way through it. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention. I checked off the profanity filter on YouTube as well too. It's pretty aggressive, to be honest. I was doing a private stream with my brother, testing it out, and I think he told me that, you know, to get bent, Slugger, or whatever, and it wouldn't even send that. So yeah, if you're used to using profanity in your typing, you might want to just refrain so the message actually goes through. Yeah. My opinion on the Trade Federation blockade of Naboo. That's a great question. Yeah, definitely a humanitarian crisis. Yeah. Okay, I need to get to the bottom of this. Yeah, all hail Emerald. I agree. Could you do a live stream showing your music creation process? That's another good question there, Axel. Maybe. I'd have to think about that. It's definitely much more involved than building a Lego set. And a lot of the strategies I use are things I learned 10 or 15 years ago and might not be applicable today. There's probably easier ways to do it, but that's when I learned how to do this sort of stuff. And so once you kind of develop a system, especially with audio engineering, you kind of stick to it. It's very rare that you deviate. I'll think about that though, yeah. Yeah, the drag race tractor, yeah. So we're going to build the A model here. And I know, I've been doing so much talking here. I guess that's why we're here, though, isn't it? But hopefully we're here to also build this today, too. Yeah. I've been getting this question a lot. Do you have a Discord server? I guess that's something normal YouTubers do. I'm still not. I'm still trying to consider myself a YouTuber at this point in time. I'm just a person with a hobby that likes to build Lego and makes videos about it. So this is not a source of a primary source of income. I haven't even finished setting up I know I talked about monetization in one of my update videos recently, but I haven't even finished setting up the process that'll actually get money to my bank account. It's such a long, involved process. I think Google's mailing me something, should be here in 3 weeks or something. I don't know. You know, I feel like it's hardly worth the trouble, but we'll see about that. Oh yeah, sorry, the Discord server thing. I don't have a Discord server, but hang out with us in the Manic Miners Discord. That's where all the cool Rock Raiders people hang out these days. Manic Miners. You can just Google that. You'll find Baraklava's website, and you'll be able to find the link to the Discord server. Next thing. Sorry for being just a bit late. I was arguing with some people online. That's great. Any opinions on newer sets or anything newer that interests you? Yeah, you know, one set I picked up, and I actually showed all 4 of these sets in my Fear of Missing Out video that I did recently. One of the sets I picked up is this Lego Missions set, where you build it with an app on the iPad rather than building it with instructions. I'm really curious to open that one up and do the app, and maybe that could be a live stream thing if people are interested in that. Yeah. What's your stance on Classic Space Corporation asking Blacktron members? Criminal. It's criminal. Already in the pocket of Big Veg. That's great. Ice Planet. I love Ice Planet. I don't have a ton to say about the individual sets. If you're going into Ice Planet, you have to get the Deep Freeze Defender, the big spaceship. Like, that set elevates the theme so much. It's a really incredible set. My first set. That's a great question too. The first set I ever got. I wish I could just show a picture of it here. I don't have an easy way to do that. It was a Lego Western set, and it was, I think it's called Frontier Patrol. Frontier Patrol. Came with 3 minifigures, and a bush, and a horse. And I remember my young brain being completely blown away with the fact that you had to build the figures and like everything you had to construct yourself. I wasn't ready for that yet, I think. When I was my brain wasn't developed enough to understand that, like, whoa, you know, this toy came broken and I have to put it together. So that was really cool. Yeah. Kopek's asking what I would consider the golden years for Lego, and it's going to be different for everybody. And I think there's different qualities in different eras of Lego as well too. One thing I will dispute is I don't think the mid 2000s was the low point, like 2002, that sort of era. I don't think that was the low point that a lot of people think it is. I was actually having this conversation with someone on, I think it was a Galador video I did recently, where they were saying Galador was the worst of Lego, but I was making the argument that, you know, creatively, I think it's definitely a high point. There's a lot of creativity in 2002 for Lego. More to the point, though, I find when you can balance between having some big pieces in a set with a bunch of small pieces as well too, I think that's where the happy medium is. And I'm going to definitely talk about that tomorrow with the Rock Raiders stream, because when I'm just using Chrome Crusher as an example. Chrome Crusher's got maybe too many big pieces, but it intuitively makes a lot of sense to build. I'm actually not at all concerned about building the Chrome Crusher from memory. I think I can do that one, no problem. There's other sets I'm a little bit more concerned about, but we'll see how that goes. Okay, cool. Anyways, I'm not caught up in the chat yet, but we need to crack this sucker open and go from there. So I have my little slugs here to help me as well too. I just kept them in my desk. Now, I know the autofocus on this camera isn't going to be great, so it's going to be tough to see some of this as well too, but keep our slugs nearby in case we need them. Which, I guess, left side here. Yeah, so we got the seals here. I guess I haven't shown off the back of this yet. Nothing crazy. It shows off the alternate build, which is the pulling tractor, or tractor pulling contest. I did not know this was a thing. So many people chimed in when I did my You've Got Mail video, and they're saying, oh, it's for tractor pulling contests. And I was like, okay, cool. That sounds pretty interesting. Yeah. Okay, how do I stop the pull? Can I just make it, end pull. Okay, so it was basically a split vote on the sleeves thing. So I think we're gonna keep one sleeve on, one sleeve off. I think that's the most fair way to do this. Okay, cool. Oh, the Wanderer's here too. Hi, that's awesome. Good. Okay, I actually got to the bottom of the chat. Sorry if I missed a message somewhere in there. If I skipped over a question or something like that, feel free to ask it again. I was really trying my best to hit them all as I went, but I know I missed some. The current decrease in slimy slug population. You know what? I don't want to mispronounce any names here too. Oh, this is such a challenge. Zedo, maybe? If you've played the recent Manic Miners update, there's a lot of slimy slugs there, so I don't know. The population's decreasing. I guess, oh yeah, do we want to see the cutting of the seal? I don't know if this is cool or not. Alright, so we're going to slice it open here. Alright. And we'll start pouring out these contents. Oh my goodness, I looked away for a second. Okay. That was like 20 more messages. Oh my goodness. Okay. Tractor pulling thing with the big flagship sets. Yeah, well, okay, cool. What about the droid attack on the Wookiees? Yeah, he's right, yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, you know what I didn't do? I didn't show the inside of the flap here, but it's kind of tough with the lights the way they are. One thing I noticed as I was looking at this one here was the wheels here, they put one in upside down compared to the other one, which I thought was interesting. It kind of shows off the two sides. These wheels are massive too, by the way. So there's the Slug. It's like a full Slug size. So I'm really excited on how giant this thing is going to be when it's all said and done. Since you talked about Naboo, yeah, that's right. Am I ever going to do a Lego room tour? Studio Glitch, I can't do a Lego room tour because it would be a Lego house tour. I know Winters was asking me off stream about showing off the Rock Raiders collection. I cannot physically do that. Like it's strewn about every nook and cranny. This is so bad. I'm so thankful my partner puts up with this. Yeah. So I guess in short, no, I can't. But all right, let's get this out here. Nice. There we go. Okay. Well, there's no minifigures in this set, so I can't start with that. Model team sets aren't minifigure scale, very famously. Does anyone else remember these old bags? I love these old bags. The ones with the holes in them. Just the tactile feel of them is great. I don't think they do this anymore. They seem to use like this sort of style, like the full plastic. But I remember these very distinctly, and they make that ripping noise as you pull them open. We'll hear that as well too. I'm losing track of the chat again here, so I need to get back down to the bottom. House tour, is that a problem? Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah. Art is crisp. Thank you. Yeah. A very flappy flap. That's good. Oh, the flap is what I thought I was voting for in the sleeve poll. Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, I was talking about these sleeves, and so I left one on and took one off. Sorry, that was not as specific as it could be. Address reveal confirmed. I hope not. Yeah. Cars Simplified is talking about the flaps on the front of the box. I miss them too. And it's so cool how many sets had them back then. Like, it didn't have to be the big set. It just had to be like a mid-tier size set. There's a couple of Time Cruiser sets that I have the boxes for. Both the Flying Time Vessel and the Twisted Time Train. Both have flip-open lids on the box, and neither one of those are like a big, giant set. It's pretty cool. If they brought back the Lego Maniac, that'd be awesome. Yeah. There were some cool Lego mascots over the years. Okay. Studio Glitch is asking, what is the RR in your name? What does RR in RR Slugger stand for? Yeah, it's a great question. I'll have to ask him one day so that I can get the answer for you. Sorry, that's not specific enough. I don't know. Like, Rock Raiders makes a lot of sense, right? Because RR. But my online handle on Discord is Rama, so I was thinking Rama Slugger, something like that. Yeah, there's no set RR. It's not specified anywhere. Yeah. Okay. Wow, it's getting away from me. This is going to take an hour, isn't it? I'm only now just realizing how long this will all take. Ooh, nice. Okay, cool. Got our Join the Lego Club booklet here. Ooh, that's exciting. Ooh, look at that. Crisp. That's great. I should be able to find a way to zoom that in. Let me move the parts off to the side so everyone can see this a little bit better. Okay. Camera. Properties. Configure video. What if I do this? Yeah? Not bad. Hey. Hopefully that looks okay there, everyone. Zoom. Moose Studios, yeah. What are your thoughts on Lego UFO? Yeah, it's. I don't know what to say. I own them all. I have all the UFO sets. I bought them as a part of a huge collection that had all the life on Mars, all the UFO, all the Explorians, all the Ice Planet. I just got them all in one go there. All the Spirius. So, like, series on all of those themes will happen eventually. And I just don't think I've had enough time to really look at the UFO sets. So I can't really weigh in at the moment. The minifigures are amazing. I'll say that much. Yeah. I think I need to play with the sets a little bit more before I can give a fair assessment on them, though. What's the set you played with the most as a young slug? That is a tough one to answer. But there was a set that was made for Dino Attack of all things, called the T1 Typhoon. I had that big old helicopter, and that one got a lot of play. What's this? Oh, that's the sticker sheet. Nice. That's cool. Yeah, so these are transparent backed stickers. And if you've seen the 1012 subscriber special, you know my thoughts on stickers and model team and why they don't go together all that well. But yeah, I mean, this is the OG wave of Lego Star Wars. This is all the original stuff. All the original stuff. Yeah. And this stuff gets such a bad rep online, but in some ways, it's some of the best. And I mean, like, if I ever do Lego Star Wars videos, and gosh, I hope I never do, but if I ever do, I will most certainly be talking about why blue TIE Fighters and gray Snowspeeders are correct, and why what we have now is not. Hey, Rock Raiders! Look at that! Oh, that's brilliant! That's brilliant. Look at this little cartoon here. That's so great! I have a scan of this, and I used a close-up of the little tool station in one of my videos, but I don't have a physical copy of it. That's great. Look at that. That's so cute. Wonderful. Wonderful. All right. Hey, more Rock Raiders. Sweet. Okay. I know I'm not showing this off very well. I'm going to try my best here. Look at that. Look at that. And okay, so here's that July 1st date. It says available July 1st. And this is one of, I think, 2 places I've seen that date described, which is why I'm doing the Rock Raider stream tomorrow, July 1st. Because I think in most markets this is the release. And this is also the one, I don't know how well you're able to see this at all, but this is 4959, so it's a typo on this loader dozer here. And I know Barraclav has been trying to get that changed in Bricklink for a while, but this is the only place where that typo appears. This one opens up here too. Oh, great! This is awesome. Look at that, available in 1999. So amazing. I can't, oh man. It's huge. This is a great booklet, my goodness. I mean, I've got like a ton of these kicking around, but this one's really awesome so far. They're hitting us with some of the heavy swings here at the start. Yeah, adventures. Okay, so, all right, before I get into answering a few more chat things, I'm going to preemptively answer the question about adventurers, because I always get it. Like, oh, can you cover adventures? Can you do adventurers? I love adventurers. I would love to own all of these sets, honestly. Like, it would be so amazing to have a bigger adventurers collection. But it's so expensive. It's just a much more popular series than Rock Raiders, than Alpha Team. This set alone here, this 5986, so expensive. And I actually had to make a choice recently, and you're not going to be happy about the choice I made, but I saw this one for sale locally. and it was at basically half the price of a lot of listings online. And I didn't buy it, and I intentionally was looking at it, and I mulled it over, and I said, okay, if I don't buy this, I'm probably never going to do the Amazon line. And I decided to pass it up. So I'm sorry. I'm never going to really talk about this on my channel. But one of the reasons why is because Trick Bricks already has. He's already gone through and done this theme. I don't need to do it. Like I've openly admitted, Slugger is just Trick Bricks, like the continuation, like the next generation, right? So if the original series has already done it, then I don't think I can add anything to this. At most, I could do the alternate builds, but then I got to get all the boxes, and that is going to be impossible. So, yeah. Nice! Look at this! So much adventurers. So much adventurers. That's so great. Okay. I'm doing a huge disservice by ignoring the chat here. I'm very sorry, everybody. I need to go back and look at this here. Yeah. Okay, Pen and Dice has a great question. I want to answer this one here. Pen and Dice is wondering if there are any themes from my Dark Age that now appeal to me. So for those who don't know, and I think I talked about it in my birthday video, my Lego Dark Age was between, let's say, 2008 to 2020. So it's more than a decade where I just didn't buy Lego sets, wasn't interested in the theme, nothing, right? So anything that happened in that range, like the last Lego sets I remember buying were 3 Power Miners sets, which I know I've showed off somewhere, probably in the HQ video if I had to guess. But those 3 Power Miner sets were basically, I just bought them because I realized how important Power Miners was. I knew it was a spiritual successor to Rock Raiders, and I just said, you know what? I'm not going to play with these. I just want to buy them and build them and have that experience, and show a little bit of support for the idea of bringing back Rock Raiders. Yeah, so I think Power Miners would be a good answer for me. Like, I always wanted the titanium command rig, but the colors, gosh, those colors are so garish. It's like they really, lime green is just one of. I know I'm a slug, and I know my body is almost entirely comprised of lime green, but like this color, this is yuck. I don't want that. Yuck. So, yeah. When I was doing my HQ video, though, I realized a way in which Power Miners colors could work, and it really just comes down to having more gray than lime green and orange in the sets. And I want to do a Power Miners mock where I try to do it with Rock Raiders color distribution. Not Rock Raiders colors, but the way that yellow and teal is distributed in Rock Raider sets, but I want to do it for Power Miners. And I'll make a video about that when I do it. Yeah, the Dino Attack helicopter. Yes. Yeah, the thing happened. The original Snowspeeder was so good. It's such a good set. I have it upstairs. And it drives me absolutely nuts. I guess I'm going to get into it here, but maybe I'll make a video on this anyways, eventually. When you look at still images from the movie, from like Empire Strikes Back, the Snowspeeders are gray. They're not white. Like, the model builders at ILM aren't idiots. Like, they didn't paint and make white models to film against a white background. That just doesn't make sense. And so, in some ways, this is the most accurate Snowspeeder they ever did for LEGO Star Wars. I don't know why they just decided, everyone lost their mind and just decided, like, okay, white is the only color a Snowspeeder can be. Like, yes, it's more light gray than this gray is, but it's not white. I think the gray was a closer match overall. Same with the TIE Fighters. Like, we've just gone to, like, completely gray TIE Fighters now. But, again, you take Empire Strikes Back, go to the asteroid belt scene, and pause the video anywhere, and you can see the TIE Fighters have blue in them. Like they've got these blue stripes on them. Yes, it's not this blue. It's probably better matched with sand blue. But at the same time, in some ways, this is more accurate than what we have today. I don't know. All right, cool. I'll stop talking about that. Let's keep flipping through here. We got to get to building this set. I'm gonna be here for 4 hours. Ninja. Very cool. I bought this set recently. This is what's it called? Burglar's Hideout, I think, something like that. It's really neat. I really appreciate the colors and the building techniques that went into it to construct it. This is another theme. Like, if I could get all of these, I would be a happy camper. Absolutely. But they are so expensive. That's never going to happen. So, Spaceport. This set. This one right here. Very distinct memory of buying this one on clearance at a store growing up. And it was on the same shelf as one of those trans neon orange, like, Aqua Raiders submarines, also on clearance. And like those came out a few years before this did, if I'm correct. I could be wrong on that, but I remember just very distinctly looking at, and there was other sets too that were like older, and they're all on clearance. And like this is from a time when you could find Lego on clearance, and it would sit on clearance shelves for years. Like their dust would collect on these sets. It was just very different back then. Very different time. Rescue, as well as Extreme Team. I've got a few Extreme Team sets, one of which is the one that came with that base plate. I don't see it here. I also have this 6582 set. Brian over at Brian's Bricks reviewed 6584 recently. It was a really cool review, so you might want to go check that one out. Brian's Bricks is the name of the channel. And he's actually done all the Rock Raider sets as well, too. He did them first, to be honest. Yeah. There's the Rescue as well. I think I've got the big helicopter there. I think so. I think I lent it to my brother for a bit. Haha, yeah. Okay, so Town Junior gets a bad rep. Like people hate this theme, but as a youngster building this, I had this police station here. It was so great. This is such a great set for kids because it's so modular. Like all the wall pieces, like you understand the system really, really easily. It's okay. So there's a wall piece and then a brick on top, and that equals the height of a window. So I'd build like giant towers out of it. I'd build long walls out of it. Like there's so many different ways you could do that. Yeah, for an adult fan of Lego, this is going to have like no detail. It's going to be really boring, but for a kid, which is what these sets were designed for, this is a great set. And so I can only imagine some of these other ones would have had very similar appeal had I had them back then too. Nice hydronauts and stingrays as well too. I'm not really big on the underwater themes, to be honest, but it's probably just because I never had a lot of them growing up. This thing looks cool. I'd like to have that. That looks really cool. All right, let me jump back into this chat here because I've been missing it. How did you get this set? Sparks. Hey, Sparks, thank you. Yeah, we got another Rock Raider joining us here today. So this model team set, I just bought it off of Bricklink. Yep, it's actually not a rare set at all. This model team, what's the number on it here? 5533. You can find them sealed for pretty cheap, to be honest. At least in terms of relative to it being a 1999 set that's still sealed. I thought it was cheap at least. But. Octane, cool. Star Wars. Okay. The Zamir himself. Hey Slugger, I'm having a great time watching your videos. They're great. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Tarker's twisting the knife here. Bionicle over Galador. I know. Insectoids. I'd like to get some of these. Yeah. Insectoids is a theme I would really like to cover. This thing is so cool. Yeah. Okay, cool. And we're getting into the end here. Hey, there's our set here today. There's Model Team being represented. Emerald has a nearly complete collection of Aquanauts. Good for you. Nice. PJR107, what's your opinion on the Lego games? I really haven't played a lot of them, other than the ones that I had growing up. So Rock Raiders, Creator, Lego Island, Lego Chess. I had Lego Racers 2, I eventually got Lego Racers 1, and I played Lego Star Wars on the PlayStation. PlayStation 2, I think. And I think that's it. I think those are all the Lego games that I've ever had. So if you want my opinion of those games, Very nice. The Throwbots. The Slizers. Yeah. Cool. Let me get to the last little bit of Technic here. Okay, cool. With those games, and let me zoom out the camera while I'm talking about this here too. Honestly, I think Lego Chess was my favorite. I'm a big chess fan, and I still play it quite regularly. I've got that Lego chessboard, and I actually see it. Whoops! I didn't realize my light was in the shot there. I've got that Lego chessboard that they did a while back. I actually see it on clearance in the Lego stores still. But Lego Chess was such a great teacher to teach you how to play chess. And it's not just basic, like, oh, the pawn moves like this or rook moves like this. It's teaching you about forks and different trades and all these other, like, en passant rules, like, crazy stuff. Great game. Loved Lego Chess. Just had to grab him here. There we are. It won't focus, of course, but I've got the Lego Chess King here. He came in a set as well, too. So, yeah, I'll put him over here for right now. But, yeah. I guess I should be pumping the tires of Rock Raiders while I'm here, too. Rock Raiders is a great game as well. And I loved Lego Island and Lego Creator. Like, I loved all those games I mentioned. Yeah. Since getting back into the hobby, though, I really haven't played video games for the last couple of years, so kind of moved away from that. Do you prefer Slizers over Bionicle? Absolutely not. But Bionicle's great. Don't get me wrong. Like, it's just that Bionicle went on like way too long. At least for me as a collector, like I lost interest, and Bionicle has such a it had such a problem. I don't even realize, like, I don't know how they kept it going for so long, but basically they had to like reinvent the wheel every year. Anytime they introduce a new line of Toa, they have to make all these new molds for all these new parts. It just seemed very limited. Like, I know Galador was also similar in that vein, but there was a lot of reusing the parts in different colors, and had Galador continued, I think we would have seen that system really develop and become something comparable. But, I mean, that's completely hypothetical, so... Lego World City. That was that one theme. Emu Johnson's asking about Lego World City. That's that one theme that has the really cool base plate. I've got the base plate for the set. I don't think I had any of the sets from it, though. So I really can't weigh in there. Do you have a favorite non-Lego video game? Okay, Into the Breach. Into the Breach. It's by the creators of FTL, Faster Than Light, Subset Games. Brilliant gaming duo there, and Into the Breach is just a fantastic strategy game. It's super cheap, and it's getting its additional content update later in July. I am so excited for that. So that's how I'm going to answer that question, I think. Okay. Gosh, I am so sorry. I'm missing so many questions here. Yeah, like I said earlier, please feel free to ask them again if I miss them. I really do want to get to all of these, but man, they just fly by. Okay. Opinion on Octan and their subsidiaries, yeah. Lord business. What do you think about the new Stormtrooper and the dual molded one? I'm not a Lego Star Wars fan. I can't weigh in. So I had no idea that's a thing. Dual molded sounds cool though. What do you think about Minotaurs? Yeah. Do you like classic space or castle themes? I like classic castle. I've got a lot of castle sets. I haven't showed them off too much, but I think the Time Cruisers will go and visit them from time to time. Classic space, I really dislike the color transparent yellow. Like, I don't know, it's like, ugh. Kind of a yucky looking color, urine looking or whatever. So, yeah, the fact that a lot of that classic stuff is like blue, gray, and then transparent yellow, it's really an unappealing color palette to my eye. That being said, I will probably most likely pick up the new one they're doing, the Galaxy Explorer, or whatever it's called. Yeah. Ben Prunty's soundtrack too, masterful, absolutely. Like Ben Prunty's work on FTL was great, but Into the Breach is a whole new level. And yeah, for a lot of the stuff I do with Slugger, like I'm trying to just get a fraction of that greatness into my music. That soundtrack, yeah. Do yourself a favor, folks. Even if you don't plan on playing Into the Breach, go listen to the soundtrack. Antiquity Row is the name of the song. So good, such a great jam. Yeah. Atlantis series, yeah. I think they're cool, Studio Glitch. I think they look really neat. That would be a theme I'd be interested into getting into. The set that appealed to me the most was the city of Atlantis with the pillars and all that sort of stuff. I saw it in person recently. It's pretty cool looking, yeah. Never seen this set before. Yeah, probably because it's like it is a set. I don't know if they ever put these on store shelves though. I don't know if Model Team was on store shelves. You probably had to order in to get them. Yeah, I love this. Yeah, that's great. So they give you an alternate way to set up your set. So you take out the tray when you're done, you cut off the flap of the box, and then you just place it behind it, and then you can show it off. Oh man, I wonder how many boxes were destroyed because of this. That's sad. That's kind of unfortunate. All right, we need to get into constructing this, or I'm just going to be answering questions all day, which I mean is great. I'm happy to do it. I'm stoked that people are excited about this. I don't have the numbers up in front of me. I've got OBS in front. Oh my goodness, there's 60 people. This is crazy. Okay. Okay. Wow. All right. Better hurry this along. Favorite Star Wars faction? Yeah, probably the CIS. I think the droids are cool. Yeah. Newer Lego Stormtroopers look like they're from Family Guy Star Wars. Uh-oh, well that's not good. Alright. Okay. Yeah, Model Team might have been sold in hobby stores. Yeah. You used to be able to pick up Lego in a lot of different locations. It was a very different thing. Thoughts on the 90th anniversary castle and space sets? Alright, the castle looks great. I do not have the space for it, so I absolutely will not be buying the castle. And the Galaxy Explorer was really underwhelming at first. I was looking at it, I was like, I don't know. But the more I looked at it, the more I kind of appreciated it, and it kind of grew on me. And so, you know, it's at a good price point, the Galaxy Explorer, I think. So I'll pick that one up. I'll give that one a try. I won't do the castle though, even though the castle appeals to me more. And I love how they kept it very simple looking, but yeah. Would you ever make a Lego animation movie? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Sorry. I know that's maybe not the answer you're looking for there. But I have no interest in making large brick films. I like doing clips that take me an hour total to make. And other than that, nah. Okay. Hey, Permanent Detour Podcast. What's up, Slugger? Congrats on your first stream. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Thoughts on Jack Stone? Thoughts on Jack Stone? I think Jack Stone gets a bad rep, too. There's actually some new bricks. I was building... What was I building? Oh, my goodness. The typewriter. I was building the typewriter recently, and it's got these bricks, and they look like they're Jack Stone pieces. They're like they're 2x2 bricks, and they've got like grooves on either side, and they look like they're Jack Stone. And they got like an axle hole in the middle of them, but I don't know if they are. I was gonna look into that, so I need to do that. Okay. Glowfox is asking, are you a part of your local Lego users group? I don't know if there is one, to be honest, in my city. I've been looking into that, but I haven't found anything. Opinions on the Lego movie. Okay, yeah, Anderson is asking about my opinions on the Lego movie. I saw it in the theater, and I don't know, I think I've got... I laugh at a lot of things. There's a scene in the Lego movie, and I remember this very vividly, because there's so many kids in the audience too, but I went with a bunch of friends I was living with at the time, and we went and we saw this film, and there's a scene in the movie where the the cloud that all the happy people are living in is getting attacked, and there's this wide shot that happens where you can see the cloud and all the spaceships are shooting lasers into this cloud as it's on fire going into the ocean, and I burst out laughing. It was so hysterical. Like, what a great comedic shot, and I was the only person in the theater laughing. And everyone was turning around looking like, what? It's supposed to be a horrible, sad moment, but I don't know, the framing of it was so funny. Yeah, great movie. Lego Movie 2 was also really good, too. I saw that one when I was on tour. We stopped in at some small town that we were playing in, and watched the film. Our drummer fell asleep, so that's his review. But we were pretty tired. I mean, when you go on tour, you get tired. Oh, yeah, Glowfox is saying, like, it'd be nice to see you on Expos and Cons. That's a dream of mine. Some people, I was talking to, who was it? Slug Films on Instagram, and they went to Chicago and did the brick convention thing there, and, oh, man, I'm really jealous. Yeah. Thank you. I'm getting some compliments here, too. Thank you, folks. Autofocus is kind of going nuts, by the way. Sorry about that. It's probably, anytime I put my hands out here, it's probably trying to find that. Yeah. I can set it so that it stops autofocusing, but then I'm worried. If it becomes a huge problem, then usually, actually, this is when it really struggles, is when it's just like white, and now it's like, what am I looking at? What's going on? But hopefully, as long as I've got something in frame and we're building it. When I was testing it with the Rock Raiders sets, it was going okay. Hopefully it keeps doing that. But if it continues to be a problem, please just bring it up as much as you can. Car Simplified asking, using the paper instructions, not the app. You know what? If this set was on the app, I would do it. I love the app. I use the app for all modern sets, especially those adults only sets, your 18 plus sets, like the typewriter, because they give you these huge booklets, and like they're so thick, and it's so annoying to keep, like, put a paperweight on one side of it. The app is so much more intuitive. So I'm a huge user of the app whenever I can. What license themes do you like? Batflight Builds. Yeah, actually, another great YouTube channel. You should go check out Batflight Builds. What license themes do you like? I have all of the first wave of the Harry Potter sets, and that's not because I'm a huge Harry Potter fan or a J.K. Rowling fan, but it's because I appreciate that those sets were built with the books in mind, not the movie in mind. Like, the movie wasn't done editing by the time they were designing these sets. And so that's why that first year of Harry Potter is so weird. The sets are so bizarre. I want to do a video on it at some point. I don't know when. It's not anywhere in my radar at this point. But that'd be a license theme that I liked. Okay. Favorite Batman and Lego? Well, I hate to break it to you folks. I don't do superheroes so much that I didn't realize that Batman isn't Marvel until yesterday. Someone told me that Batman isn't a Marvel character. So, I know that's gonna really annoy some people here. I'm sorry. I just don't. It's not my thing. Sorry. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, see ya. Miss when big manuals were spiral bound. You know what? I don't have any of those, Emerald. I'd be curious what sets you have that have the spiral bound. I'm thinking like Mindstorms maybe, or something like that. Yeah, Foxtain's saying about attracting Harry Potter fans. That's exactly why I don't want to talk about Lego Star Wars on my channel. Like, I don't want to call anybody out here, but there is definitely some toxic content out there on Lego Star Wars. So yeah, it's best not to get into that. One thing we should get into though is this Lego set that we have right in front of us here. So they give you this little tray, which is great because once you build your Lego set, you can like put your peas and carrots in here and just eat next to the TV. It's great. I love this system. Yeah, so let's start doing this here. Let's start ripping this open. I'm fairly caught up with the chat now, which is good, but I will keep it going. Here we go. I'll get nice and close to the mic. There we go. Yeah. The value! The value! Yeah. Diminishing the value. That's okay. The value is fun. Everything is so monetary these days with Lego. Everyone's always talking about price tags. It was never that way. Never used to be, at least. Whoops, we're losing some. Okay, these folks should probably go in here. And keep the small bits away. Did I lose one more? No, okay. We're good. Yeah, so one thing you might notice here, I mean, there's about 400 pieces here, 390. And they're not saying like open bag 1 now, open bag 2. No, this is back in the era where you just you rip them open and you just start building from there. So, yeah. Oh, the UCS Death Star had a spiral bound one. That's crazy. Thanks, Raymond or Ramen. Yeah, just wanted to say hi. Thank you. That's great. Sorry, I'm late to answering your comment there. Favorite all-time Lego set is what Root Beer Gamer's asking. It's a great question. Favorite is the key word there, I think. And I've got a personal distinction between favorite and best. I think you can say, like, this is my favorite song on an album or something like that, but this is probably the best song on the album. I think there's a difference that can be separated between those two. So if I have to answer that with favorite, that is a lot more difficult than what I think best is. So for best, what I think the best Lego set I've ever built is, it's probably Pirates of Barracuda Bay, which is why I'm so heartbroken that it's retired now. Building that thing was an absolute dream, and the final result is just incredible. Like, if that's not the best Lego Pirates set is, like that Lego Pirates can be, I don't know, like, how do you top that? How do you possibly build something that's better? In terms of favorite, that's a really tricky one. I don't know if I can answer a personal favorite Lego set. The one that I cherish the most. There was, in terms of what I had most played with. Oh, this is bad. That's a bad idea. They should go in here. Darn. Okay, we're making mistakes already here, everybody. There was a Lego Dinosaurs set that I loved as a kid. It was one of the ones they released in, what was it, 2001, 2002? It was the one that with the fins, and it was sand blue, and it had a giant jaw on it. I can't remember the name of what dinosaur. They made it up like it wasn't a real dinosaur or something, but it's still cool. Let's get this one open. Ooh, nice. There's a big shiny plate. Oh. Okay, cool. I'm digging the colors so far. These are pretty rudimentary colors, though, that we're seeing in this set. This is not groundbreaking in terms of the color scheme. But one thing you'll notice about old sets is they don't have like a lot of multicolored filler bricks, and I know opinions vary on that of whether or not that's a good thing or a bad thing. It certainly does make building them a lot easier, though, I find. This is most likely going to be somewhat tedious, but I'm going to try my best. By the way, if you're not happy with the way things are being framed here, I've got a little bit of like, hey, what I'm building here, and then the instructions up there. I can move things around. It kind of looks dark on my screen, but let me know if it's too dark there. I can adjust the exposure on the cameras as well. And now I'm realizing how hard it is to keep up with a chat while also going through. Oh my goodness, all right. Okay, Pen and Dice is saying, is there a theme from your Dark Ages that at first glance looks hideous to you? Well, Power Miners. I know I've already talked about that, for sure. Or silly, or something you'd not want even as a gift. I honestly, there's a lot. There's a lot of Lego that doesn't appeal to me at all. If it's got superheroes in it, Marvel, no. Actually, you know what? Here's a really easy answer for you. If it has flesh tone minifigures, I don't want it. That's such a deal breaker for me. I really hate the look of flesh tone minifigures. It's like Uncanny Valley. It really messes with me. So if it's got flesh tone minifigures in it, that's like a bridge too far for Slugger. So hopefully that makes a nice, easy answer to that question. Okay, so let me scroll down to the bottom here. I'll come back up. All right, so. Okay, no one's commenting on the framing or the lighting, so I'm just going to assume that's all good still. We're just going to keep going. What's your least favorite Galador or Rock Raider set? Least favorite Galador. Let's start there. Okay, and we'll assume I'm not allowed to say the McDonald's figures, because those are awful. They're so bad. And Bionicle gets a clear win in that department. The Tahunga versus the Galador McDonald's toys, no contest. Tahunga all the way. Which I guess am I not supposed to say that anymore? Because I know Lego got in legal trouble about that. Anyways, so if I can't say that, probably my least favorite Galador set. It's tough. I mean, probably the egg, like the TDN module. It's just kind of big. I don't know. Yeah, there's things I don't like about some of them. Like Nepal, his limbs are kind of weird. Like Allegra's arms don't bend. Like those are things that I dislike about these sets, about those sets, but overall I think those sets are fine. And least favorite Rock Raider set, assuming it's got to be one of the 8 retail sets I'm going to do tomorrow, I'd probably go Rapid Rioter if I had to choose. I don't know. It's not like I don't like that set. It's a good set. I think all the Rock Raider sets are pretty good. Nothing wrong with them. Except the things that are wrong with them. Okay. I'm realizing this thing's going to be giant. It's going to be absolutely massive. What do you think about the Divers theme? Yeah, JH. Oh, thanks. Hey, good to see you. Thanks for joining in here. JH is asking about the Divers theme. That's another series. I would love to have all those sets, but whoa, are they expensive. They are so expensive compared to like their contemporaries. Yeah, so it's just another series that someone else will have to cover, or I'll just have to get lucky and buy a full collection like I did with, Ice Planet and all those other ones. Yeah. Slugger ASMR, probably not. Yeah. Money and prices pollute the enjoyment of Lego. Yeah, I agree, Anderson. To definitely with exceptions. I think a line has to be drawn somewhere in there as well too, because in the case of that Forest Hideout set, I felt you can't ignore the way that set was released, and I mean that video is still getting views every day, and people coming in and saying, well, wow, I wish I would have heard about this set before it retired. Yeah, it's been like 13 days and it's long gone. I don't know. It's ridiculous. I'll probably go on a rant about that video at some point in time too, just because of some of the responses that I received. I was actually very okay. I guess I'm going on the rant now. I was very surprised at how many people just leapt in and said, "Yeah, you got it, Slugger. You got it right." Because I was really worried about that video. The video I'm referring to, by the way, folks, if you're unaware, it's called "The Fear of Missing Out." It's a video I did 2 weeks ago on the release of the 40567 Forest Hideout set. It was recently released as a gift with purchase. This looks correct so far. Okay, moving on. And yeah, I basically spent the video talking about Well, I would love to say this is a great set, but I can't because of the way LEGO decided to release it. And if you're interested in the set right now, you can't buy it from LEGO. It's already retired. It hasn't even been 2 weeks, and it's already gone. Now, I know like everyone's going to jump and say, like, yeah, it'll be available in August. The rumor says, like, yeah, maybe. I hope so. Still not an ideal situation. That what it's going to equal it being available for a grand total of, 14 days? That's not good enough. we can demand better, you know, as LEGO fans. Oh, I see what's going on here. This goes on to here. I was looking for more red slopes. I'm on this. I can't see this, but yeah. Anyway, sorry. Please let me know, by the way, about the framing. I can't zoom it out anymore, but I can move things around more. Okay, cool. So I've been ignoring the chat again. Yeah, I kind of forgot how long it takes to build Lego too. Yeah. Hey, the brick stop's here. Hey, good to see you guys. Hey, that's awesome. What? Nice, guys. Yeah, if you're watching this and you're not following the brick stop on Instagram, you need to go do that. They have talks about these old themes every Monday. And it's always while I'm working, so I'm never able to zoom in and attend. But I've been to a few, and yeah, they did one on Rock Raiders a while back. I think recently they actually did one on the Divers theme that we were talking about here recently. And if you ever miss their streams, I think Brick Monarch puts them up on his channel afterwards, so they're archived as well. But yeah, a wealth of great information there. One of the things I really appreciate about people online talking about Lego is people who know what they're talking about when they talk about Lego. So that's definitely something that I look for. Otherwise, I just feel like, this is kind of wasting my time. Someone just speculating about a set that they don't own or a series that they don't own, something like that. So, But yeah, Brick Monarch's got a great collection of some Ice Planet there. I remember that episode. That was really cool, actually. Yeah, folks, you should go check out the Ice Planet episode because they turn on the the black light and you can see all the trans neon orange bits glowing. Man, it looks so cool. It looks awesome. All right, sorry, I was kind of focusing on getting this steering mechanism down. I think I got it. It doesn't really steer that much, honestly, for model team sets. Kind of underwhelmed at that, but I think I got it right, so... Oh, wait, no, it steers a lot more. Never mind. I'm just a terrible builder, that's all. Well, no, I take it back. Nah, it doesn't steer that much. It's a little bit steering. Okay, cool. What's the cheapest Galador set if you wanted just a taste of the theme? Yens. Yens. That is spelt Jens. Yens is super cheap and is a robot, so you can build a lot of cool things from the pieces there. If you can get like two sets, you probably want to get a Nick as well too, because I think some of the body horror is the appeal of Galador. If I'm being totally honest, like it is a like what was Lego thinking sort of moment with Galador, but there's so much fun to be had with those sets. Every time I pull them out or I take them on tour with us, like when we're playing shows, I bring Galador along with me, and it's such a blast. Like we just start building like brontosauruses out of Nick, like it's great. Instant fun. Yeah, Tahunga renamed to Matoran. That's right. PJR is asking my opinion on Lego Digital Builders. I don't use them, and my rationale is I have thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of Lego bricks here in my house. I should be building with these, not digital bricks. I think they're great tools, though, especially if you are digitally inclined, which I am not. Hopefully you've been able to tell just by looking at the stream how undigitally inclined I am. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot to turn this on. Check this out. I learned how to do this. Aha! Now building 5533. That's what we're working on right now, and we've been working on it for a while. An hour. Oh my goodness. I thought I'd be done by now. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, everybody. All right. Hopefully we're having fun. Hopefully I'm answering enough questions here. I think I will be trying to answer more questions today than tomorrow, because tomorrow I gotta focus. I'm really nervous about tomorrow. Building all the Rock Raider sets from memory is no easy task. Yeah, I'm shaking in my boots. It's not going to be easy. Rants make for good stream content. Good to know, Anderson. Thank you. What do you think is the best Rock Raiders alt build, Root Beer Gamer asks? Yeah, the one that I awarded the top spot in my top 10 alternate builds video, and yes, that's a thing. I awarded it to the, it's a 3 side build set from the Tunnel Transport, and it's got a magnet flyer that like lands into the station, and it can also land into a truck that can drive it. On paper, when you look at it, it's like, oh, that thing's really weird looking. What's going on there? But when you build it and you actually play with it, you realize, wow, they were really thinking when they put this together. It's not a looker, like it doesn't look the greatest, but it is really, really well thought out. So that's the one I give the top spot to. If you're going for like which one looks the best, it's probably one of the other Tunnel Transport ones, to be honest. There's a Tunnel Transport alt build that's got a bunch of propellers on the back of it. I think that thing looks amazing. It's a really cool build. Yeah, okay, JH is asking about that big castle. Yeah, I mentioned it briefly earlier, but it looks great. I'm really happy they went for a very simple approach, because, and I guess I didn't mention this, but the creator castle they did recently, I don't know. My goodness, that set is so ugly. I think it's going to be what some people want, and I'm very happy that some people can look at it and say like, yeah, this is great. But wow, those are some really awful colors they chose for that thing, and it's really busy looking. I get really distracted by Lego sets that look too busy. So that's why the 90th anniversary castle, that's much more my speed, where it's just gray, gray bricks. There isn't like a bunch of like weird green colors and like that reddish brown against the yellow against like dark blue. Like, ugh, no thank you. It's actually one of the reasons why I never bought the blacksmith shop, because the roof on that thing, gross. With all the moss and whatnot, like I get it, it's supposed to be moss, but it doesn't mean it looks good. I don't know. That's just one Slug's opinion, though. You don't have to agree with Slugger on that. Slugger has been wrong many times before, so it's okay to look at those sets and think they're awesome, because I think you're in the majority. So I know I'm definitely wrong on that, but yeah. Fun fact, that's the first one here. Yeah, I think you're right, actually. Awesome. Hey, the detached bricks here. Evening, welcome. Have you heard the Landslide Has Occurred remix song? Yes, it's amazing. Anderson's asking about the band. What's the band called? In the interest of cybersecurity, I wish I could share it, because it'd be cool to share like what I do. I'm just not there yet in terms of, because basically once I shared the band name, it's like, okay, it's this person, you know. There you go. So maybe one day, not today though. Sorry about that. Hopefully you can enjoy the music that I do make available online, though. Okay, I know I haven't really been showing this, but this is a pretty tricky part of this. I had to build this whole big thing here and lay it out, which is honestly pretty typical for model team sets. You are going to get moments like this where there's something really intricate that happens, and they kind of lay it out all in one step, and you got to get it all in one go. And I don't want to make mistakes, so I was kind of focusing on that. Nice. So this will be the turning Axle. I didn't actually know this vehicle had this. All the other model team sets I have do have a steering wheel that'll turn the front wheels. I didn't think this one would. So I'm actually very surprised that it's here. That's awesome. All right, that's step 10. Gotta hurry this along. Yeah. Oh, thank you, folks. Yeah, the build pace paired with answering questions has been enjoyable, and pushing focus one way or the other would still be enjoyable too. Thank you, Car Simplified. That's awesome. Okay, cool. What do you think the easiest set will be tomorrow to build? Root Beer Gamer asks. Well, if I can't build the Hover Scout, I need to stop immediately. I don't deserve this channel. Yeah. To be honest, I don't think I will have any trouble with 4 of the sets. And I think 2 of the sets will be maybe a little troublesome. There's some details I'm not 100% on. And then 2 of the sets will be an absolute disaster. And I guess you will just have to tune in to see which ones those are. And for those that don't know, I'm referring to tomorrow's stream, which is going to be me attempting to build all 8 of the Rock Raider sets from memory. No instructions, no box photos, nothing. Just a bag of bricks. And after I'm done building this model team set, I'll show you the bags. I have them all set up here. I've already sealed the instructions into their own individual envelopes to be opened only once I feel like I've completed. Did I miss a step? Oh no! Oh, oh, this one's brutal. Okay. Yeah. All right. So I wasn't paying enough attention to the instructions here. They like to do this on you sometimes. Oh no. Oh, that's so many drinks. All right, so anyways, there's a drinking game that goes along with building old Lego sets. This is something I just kind of thought up. I don't actually drink alcohol, so it doesn't apply to me, but if you find in an old Lego set, because the instructions laid out, like they can be difficult, much more difficult than these days when you build Lego sets. But if you come across a step, like, I know people won't be able to see this, but there's this piece right here. It's one of these, there, you can kind of get a sense of it, the scale of that. Yeah, and this needs to be underneath this axle right here, like that Technic axle I just painstakingly put into the whole thing. It needs to be underneath, and I missed that step. It's all the way back on step 9. And so that's not only a drink for missing the step, it's a drink for every step you have to go back to find where you missed it. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 drinks right there in order to fix that. And then you keep on going. So if anyone wants to borrow that idea for a building live stream that they want to do, you have my blessing to do so. It won't be me, because I rarely, if ever, drink alcohol, and if I do that, I'm not going to do it on a live stream. That just seems like a bad idea. So, power to you if that's your thing, though. Anyways, I gotta rip it up in order to go back. Oh man, that sucks. That sucks. There we go. Okay, that wasn't as bad as it could have been, but yeah, that was a pretty bad blunder on my part there. Apologies. Whoops. Okay, that wasn't a ripping sound. It was just paper rubbing up against the plastic tray there. We're not destroying this piece of Lego, or this Lego set, just yet. Okay, cool. JH is asking a great question here. I want to get to that here too. Let me see. Favorite PC game before Lego Star Wars? Brickstop asks. Honestly, probably Lego Chess. I know someone brought up Lego video games here just a little bit before you tuned in here. Lego Chess is a great game. I mean, Lego Rock Raiders is a great game too. You know, don't get me wrong. Love Rock Raiders. But I probably played more chess growing up. Yeah. My Emu Johnson's asking, what are my thoughts on flesh tone minifigures? I avoid them like the plague. I cannot stand them. And the first thing I did, like literally the first thing I did when I got the DeLorean set is I took those Doc Brown and Marty McFly minifigures, I ripped off their hands, and I replaced them with Dr. Cyber and Timmy Time Warp, just right away. And I took their heads and I tossed them in a bag and put it in my minifigure tub. But yeah, I don't touch the stuff. I really dislike flesh tone minifigures. And so it really helps make it easy because Lego's like actively filtering out sets for me. So like if it's like a modern Lego Star Wars set, I'm not going to buy it. I'm like, it's got flesh tone minifigures. Gross. Why would I want that? Modern Lego Harry Potter? No way. Modern Marvel sets? Alright, so they're making it nice and easy for me, which is nice. Okay, another question, Pen and Dice. If you could do Power Miners over with a different color scheme, not Rock Raiders, what would you pick? That's fantastic. I need to think about that. If it could be a different color scheme, not Rock Raiders. But hopefully something with that principle in mind, where it's like mostly gray, but you have 2 accent colors that you can sprinkle throughout. If it's with the Rock Raiders color distribution, I feel like blue could have been one of the colors incorporated. I don't know what the other one would be yet. I gotta think about that some more. If it's with the Power Miners color distribution, then I think like yellow instead of lime green is where my heart would lie. You put yellow there, or maybe like heat orange, like that color. That could be cool. Lime green and orange. It's like, whew, they were taking the bull by the horn on that one. I don't know what was going on in the minds of the people that made that decision, but yeah. Great question. I need to ponder that some more. Yeah. I need to ponder that. There we go. Hey, kitty. Yeah. We might get some cats visiting us here as well, too. We'll see. Yeah. JH is asking, what kind of music do you listen to? I was actually thinking about that a lot, because I was going to ask you folks, and I think I will. What kinds of music do folks out there listen to? And while you're weighing in, feel free to recommend artists or songs or whatnot. I don't know if I can really like write them down right now as we go, but I'll talk about some of the music I like to listen to here. I'm really picky, I feel, as a music listener, because I talk to a lot of people. They're like, "Oh, I like a little bit of everything." I'm like, "No, I don't like a little bit of everything. I'm really specific. Usually it's like 1 or 2 artists that I'll listen to, and then I'll just listen to everything that they ever made." So recently, right now, it's been Yes. The band is called Yes, and I've been listening to a lot of that recently. But I like a lot of like heady music, as in like progressive rock, that sort of genre, where if it's giving my brain something to think about while I'm listening to the music, then I'm happy. I'm not really one that likes like zone out music. Like there's a time and a place for that, but if I'm actively sitting down and listening to a song, I want there to be like a ton of stuff going on, time signature wise, key wise, counter melodies, polyrhythms, like that sort of stuff. I really like that sort of style. But then I've got like really specific, like picky things about music that I don't like. I don't know, a double kick drum is just kind of like a deal breaker for me. So that kind of knocks out a lot of like metal music, for example. Sometimes just the way the singer's voice sounds, complete deal breaker for me. So I don't know if I can really take anybody's recommendations for music, just because I am such a picky listener. But yeah, if you're curious what I listen to, I like progressive rock music. So Yes is a band I like. I like Kansas. And you know what? One of the nice things about these bands is they have such a huge repertoire. And because their music isn't digestible, like it is really tough. You have to chew on it for a long time. Just last night I was listening to an album that Yes did back in the 90s. It's called Talk. And I had listened to this album before, and it never really clicked with me. I just really couldn't get into it. And then last night, I started to click. I was like, oh, okay, I'm starting to get this. And I kind of like music like that, where you kind of have to work at it for a little while. Gotta work with it. And then eventually it sort of clicks. And then you're like, yeah, this is great. I really like this. Now, I don't know, maybe we can make that argument that, like, well, you could do that with any music. Like, you listen to any song enough times and you'll eventually enjoy it. And you might be right. I don't know. But, yeah, like, I mean, I studied music post-secondary, so that's what my degrees, or one of my degrees in is music. And so, with that sort of, like, knowledge base, I want to say, without coming off like arrogant, I suppose, but like when you kind of know the ins and outs of like how to make music and how music works, you kind of need to listen to something that helps feed that somewhat. This is cool. This is sorry, I know I've been talking about music here. This is a cool little step here. It's studs facing inwards. They had me push these 1x3 plates into Technic holes. I don't know if I can. Well, I can't really remove it now, but I thought that's kind of a neat little texture there. Yeah. Okay. So now I need to scroll down. Need to scroll. Nice. Good. Hey, I love hearing all these different things. Owner of a lonely heart. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I love me some Yes. And I'm so happy Roundabout became a meme. Because now I can play it in front of my students and they'll be like, whoa! JoJo's Adventure, whatever it's from, yeah. Like, well, you know, it was actually a song from 1971. And then I can teach it to them, and they're stoked to learn it. Boom, boom, dee diddly doo doo doo, dee diddly doo doo, dee doo doo. I haven't warmed up my voice today yet, so I'm gonna be no good for singing. Sorry about that. Oh yeah, I guess maybe people don't know that. I'm a singer. That's what I studied in university. And my previous comment about not having warmed up my voice kind of precludes me from doing any singing on stream. Sorry about that. All right, let's get this plate on here too. You know what I have a bad habit of as a builder is I ignore these boxes. You know, the boxes that tell you, like, use these pieces. And that's why I get things wrong all the time. And that's why I can already see I've missed some things. I need to stop doing that. I need to look at the boxes that show you, like, use these pieces. I don't know why I ignore that. They're very helpful. Just a bad habit of mine. Yeah, what other progressive rock can I recommend? I mean, like, maybe these aren't recommendations, but I mean, like, Yes is such a great band, but with like really great progressive rock music, I think in order for you to have those great moments, like you're close to the edge, your roundabouts, that sort of stuff, you need to experiment. And so a lot of Yes's music is not good. Like there just is some really bad stuff out there, and I think that should be true of good prog rock bands. Is like it's a science experiment, and some of the experiments are going to go wrong, and some of them are going to go so right that it was worth it. All right, let me get back to this chat here. When will you do more reviews for the Time Cruisers retrospective? Sorry, I know I'm missing so many of these questions here. What's your cat's name? Yeah, can we see a cat? Yeah, we'll see. More reviews for the Time Cruisers retrospective. The Hypno Cruiser script is recorded. It is ready to have the video made. I have taken quite a number of photos for the episode, but so far there has been no video editing done yet. That being said, once you have the materials, it actually doesn't take too long to edit together a video. I've been able to bang them out pretty quickly sometimes. Like that, the Fear of Missing Out is a great example. That video was done in, 16 hours, including sleeping. Like, so I had an 8-hour sleep somewhere in there too. The whole thing, top to bottom, all the photos, all the script, the recording, yeah, I did it all in 16 hours, including sleeping. So, if that sounds insane to you, it kind of was. It kind of was a silly thing I did. And then I went to work right afterwards, right? So, yeah. So that was fun. one of the biggest crunches I've ever had to do was the 1012 subscriber special. That was crazy. It's because that color video just started blowing up, and then I realized very quickly that, well, I'm gonna hit this threshold way sooner than I thought. I never imagined that we would hit 1,000 subscribers in the first year. That to me is just crazy that happened. I was expecting maybe year 3 I will need to make this video. Because, like, you know it's going to happen eventually. That's just one of the things with YouTube. Like, if you make the content and, like, the content is good and, like, you put effort into it, like, people will watch it eventually. There was something, and gosh, this is some old YouTube wisdom here. I picked it up years and years ago. I want to say like 15 years ago, somebody on YouTube, one of the real OGs, was talking about how they made their content. And they said that quality always rises to the surface. And that really stuck with me. It was just one of those things where, like, even back then, they were making high quality videos. I can't remember the creator who said this now. But I don't know, I always thought about that. And so if you're out there and you're like, hey, I want to make YouTube, like, I don't know, look at me, I'm just a teacher. Like anyone can do this. As long as you put the effort in, you know, and you are, and you do something that you enjoy out of it as well too. I think one of the things that I say in the birthday video, I think it is, where I say, why would I create content that I wouldn't want to watch myself? I think that's a question that more YouTube creators need to ask themselves. If I'm being honest, I'm not going to name names, but there is definitely low quality stuff out there that is almost very obviously not even watched before they upload it, because there's just like errors, audio errors, like they say a line twice or something. Like I hear that in these YouTube videos, and it drives me nuts, because to me that shows that you don't care about the people watching your videos. Or you think that the video is not worthy of being watched, because, like, if you're not even willing to watch it, like, why would you expect someone else to watch it? I don't know, I think that's crazy. Sorry, I'm ranting again. Hey, kitty. Meow. He's got a real soundbite meow is what I describe it as. He meows like the cat in like Stardew Valley or something. Like you walk up to a cat in a video game and it's like meh, like a real low, like 18-bit sound or 16-bit. I don't know video games. I don't know how computers work. Sorry. All right. So I got the steering mechanism working here. So if I turn this, it turns up there. Okay. No one's complaining about the picture quality yet, as far as I can see. If you are, I need you to complain a little bit louder, or complain about the lighting or something like that. Okay. Yeah, okay, all right. So I'm still back. Oh, man, I'm so far behind here, folks. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm like 15 minutes behind on the chat, because I just won't stop talking. Hey, kitty. Yeah. Okay. Lots of great... Oh, nice, Eldrake. Hey, sorry, I missed your comment there. RRR, thank you very much. that stands for Rama Rama Rama, I'm sure. That's awesome. Awesome. Thank you for catching in here. Yeah, video game music. Yeah, there's some great video game music out there, isn't there? So good. So good. Nice. Thank you, Cassandra, catching that. Of course, Slugger would like the rock music. Yeah. Nadiki. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, that's good. Jimmy Eat World, yeah. It just takes some time. That's good. That's good. Yep. Yeah, Minecraft music. That's good. How do you feel about math rock? You know what? That's actually a genre I haven't really got into that much. Math rock. Something I could get into though. I've heard. Gosh, what's the name of that band? It was like Seashell or something like that. Palm Tree. Palm. Maybe it was just Palm. Something like that. Someone, a friend of mine that is a really great drummer, was recommending that band. So I need to go and take a look at that. Cough like that's good. Okay, cool. Wait, is that a legal building technique? It is. Oh, Lego. You're not supposed to stick studs into technicals. Is that true? Okay. We need to call Emerald in on this. Are you allowed to stick studs into technicals like that? So I've got a 1x3 plate here, and I stuck it into a technical here and a technical here. Am I allowed to do that? Is that illegal? We need the moderator to let us know if I gotta close the channel down here. You can't do it, you know. Do you like Gorillaz? I like that one song. I think that's the only Gorillaz I've ever heard. And you know the song. Feel good. Thoughts on Lego Speed Champions? I have one. I bought one very recently. It was cool. Yeah, it's one of the new ones they came out with. Like a Porsche, maybe? I know I spend a lot of time like building Lego cars. I have no idea how cars work. I'm not a car person. I can't. It's the carburetor probably. I don't know. Yeah, but yeah. So I guess I'm kind of a fraud in that respect. Did I skip a bunch of steps again? I feel like I skipped a whole ton. Yeah, I skipped a few. Darn it. Need to get better at that. Okay. You know what I also need to do? I need to catch up on this chat here, and I'm sorry for running behind here on that. This is gonna take forever though. Okay, cool. All right. Well, we lost a few people. We're down at around 50 now, which is good. That'll slow the chat down a little bit. Yeah. Okay. So this is kind of a nice contouring here. We got a little bit of that white stripe going in underneath the red there. But let's take a look here at the chat here. Battery's running out, so continue watching. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Oh, weird stuff. Oh, YouTube unsubscribing people. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Car Simplified saying, I feel like the channel will hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I hope not. Oh my goodness. I used to joke about deleting my channel when it hit 1,000. I would joke about that to people, be like, oh, I'm deleting it when it hits 1,000. Because for me, one of the things I love about this is talking to people. I love reading every single comment that's been placed on my videos, and I love responding to as many as I can. Or as many that I feel like are worthwhile discussions, because you actually get a lot of not great comments, especially on those popular videos, like the color video, the retiring trans neon orange. Yeah, I mean, like, I think the video is fine. I just really wish YouTube wouldn't have picked that video to be the one, to introduce people to the channel. It's such a bad introduction to the channel, honestly. And actually, I mean, if you're here because of that video, like because I imagine a lot of the people watching are here because of that video, or at least a lot of people subscribed to the channel came to the channel because of that video. Feel free to tell me I'm wrong, I guess, if there was something in that video that made you think like, I actually want to hear this person complain about colors in all of their videos or whatever, But yeah, I don't know. It was meant to be a very niche video for a very niche audience. It was not meant to be a huge, like, look at me sort of spectacle, and that's kind of what it turned into. And I don't know. I guess I regret that. But it's not like I had control over that either. I guess I could have taken down the video, but I don't know. Yeah, so I like the channel size where it is. I don't want it to get much bigger, but it's gonna happen. It's one of those things. Like I said, quality rises to the top. So if you're putting a lot of effort into your content, it just will be seen by people, and people will hit that subscribe button. And I don't want that to sound like it's a bad thing, because like obviously you're making it so that people will watch it, but at the same time, there's no way to just like turn off the subscription button and say like, you know what? I'm good. This is good. We made enough, like there's enough people watching it now that I'm happy. I'm going to keep making content for these people. You can't do that. YouTube doesn't let you do that. Maybe it's coming in an update or something. But yeah. But I'm very, very thankful for the people that have a shared passion for Lego like this, and look at the videos I make and are like, yeah, I want to see more like that. I think that's cool. Thank you very much. All right, another sub-assembly done, and I made sure to do it right. So we're getting there. We're probably about halfway, or not. Oh no, the book has got 2 models in it. Okay, yeah, we're probably halfway here, which is good. GT's animation, I made it. That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you for making it here. Is there a 90s theme you really dislike? JH is asking. I gotta think about that. 90s theme you really dislike. I feel like some of my snide comments about Explorians might make it seem like I really dislike Explorians. I just don't think the sets are that good. I really like the concept of Explorians. Actually, it's very similar to Ice Planet. I really like the concept. I really like the minifigures. Some of the set constructions, like, I don't know. We're reaching. Yeah, in terms of set construction, I think Explorians is definitely worse than Ice Planet. But the Explorian starship, if you're getting into Explorians, just like with Ice Planet, you got to get the big starship. Like, you got to get the Deep Freeze Defender. If you're getting into Explorians, you have to get the Explorian starship. Like, that is the model that makes the series. Without it, like, I don't think there's enough there to really warrant getting into it. So if you're looking at prices and you're not comfortable paying those prices to get that set, probably look for a different series is my suggestion there. Like, sorry, cat hair. Explorians really isn't anything without that starship. You really need it. The Android base is cool too. I've got that one. I mean, I've got all of them, but that one is also pretty cool. Ooh, okay, they want me to tuck a little piece back here. I can do that. Set this one up on top there. So we are kind of getting some multicolored filler, but I imagine some of the yellow and blue is actually being saved for the alternate build, because Model Team is actually very, very similar to the Creator 3-in-1 series that is something that's been going for a long time now, but continues to still be awesome sets. In that they design the A model, and in Model Team it's just A and B. Like, they've got the A model and they got the B model. They design the A model with the intention of reusing these pieces for the B model, and that's one of the really interesting aspects, I think, of Model Team. And with Model Team especially, they were really limited in terms of what pieces they had available. This is from 1999, so just imagine the limited piece, like the palette of parts they had back then. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Do you ever get a chance in your teaching to bring up Lego Rock Raiders or Lego at all? No, I don't tell my students that I'm in. Like, I sometimes mention Lego. Like, I'll say, like, oh, I build Lego, and I'll ask the students what they work on as well, too. And one of the really uplifting things is so many of the girls I teach like Lego. And that's awesome. It's like, not just like, oh, Lego friends or whatever. No, they're building the stuff that everybody else is building. That's the dream right there, isn't it? And yeah, I sometimes have some students that say, like, oh, everyone says, you know, Lego's a boy toy. Well, like, no, it's not. Lego's for everybody. You can enjoy Lego. So that's great to hear that's actually happening, and it's not just something that is being, I don't know, recited in Lego A full echo chambers and whatnot. So yeah, no, I'm happy about that. Yeah. Emerald's spitting out some wisdom here as a fellow content creator. I agree, yes. Oh, great, June song. That's amazing. Aw, what a great comment there. Just make Lego videos. Yep, you love watching them. Yeah, absolutely. like, if you're looking for more advice that I have on that, my birthday video is kind of like the Slugger's birthday video that I did recently. That's kind of where I tried to compile all the advice I could offer as a content creator myself now. But yeah, like I mean, the big ones are like make what you enjoy. And I mean, that goes for any creative project, because like as a musician, I listen to my own music. I'm probably the person who listens to my music the most. It's one of those things where it's like, why create it if you wouldn't listen to it? And why not listen to it if you like what you created, right? It just, to me, it makes sense. So yeah, oftentimes I'll throw on my albums and I'll listen to them while I'm driving or doing whatever, because I made music that I enjoy. And if other people enjoy it too, that's great. But I didn't make it for them. You know, it's like it's very similar with these YouTube videos. I don't know if this will come as a surprise or a weird thing, but I watch a lot of Slugger's videos. I will just go back. Like, I mean, I've probably seen the 1012 subscriber special no short of 30 times by now. I'll just go back and watch it. It's a great video. I'm very happy with that video. And I get entertainment out of watching it too. So it's win-win. I get to make them. Hopefully you get entertained by watching them. And then I get to go back and watch them too. And get some entertainment. And that's kind of what I was getting at earlier when I was talking about how some YouTube creators, I feel like, don't watch their own videos. And I think it really shows in the content that they create. If it's you know, sometimes it's obvious. Sometimes it's like, oh, well, all these errors slipped through. Like, they didn't even, you know, screen it for errors before uploading it to YouTube, which is like, I don't know, that's like bare minimum. You gotta watch the render before you upload it, right? Like, come on. No, they gotta hit that daily content. You know, they gotta get those YouTube shorts out. Gotta get the daily content going. Yeah, no thank you. No thanks. But yeah, create something that you would enjoy watching. I think that's good advice. Yeah, I guess if it's music, create music that you enjoy listening to. Probably the same goes for Slugger's music, unless there's some super fans out there that like listen to Slugger's music every day. But I probably have listened to Slugger's music more than anyone else, just because I enjoy it. And I throw it on in the background while I'm driving, while I'm working on scripts or something like that. I don't know. I made it because I like it. All right, I'm going to pause that for a second, scroll through this chat here again. Slizers and Exoforce. Thoughts on UFO? Yeah, this is great. All right, cool. Lego themselves say everyone is awesome. That's right. Yeah. Emerald's right about that. I try to ride the line there a little bit too, because I know like Lego's a corporate entity, and of course they're gonna say everyone is awesome and try to, you know, appeal to literally everybody. I mean, it was Pride Month recently, and so you get the rainbowification of everything, which is, I don't know. I think maybe cynical corporateness kind of showing through, just because it's profitable to sell to previously maligned communities. But yeah, I don't know. It's a tough topic. Yeah. At the same time, representation is nice to see as well too. So that's good. Variety of hair textures. Yeah. Lego minifigure hair pieces. Oh my goodness, so much better than the 90s. Like, you remember the one 90s haircut that like every female like Lego figure had? Like it was either like long back or ponytail, and there's nothing else. Those are the only two, right? It's so much nicer to have the variety nowadays in the minifigures. I love it. Nitron's asking about me reacting to a meme. Yeah, I'd probably react pretty poorly to that. I'm not a big fan of that meme in general, but I mean, if you're going for it, have at it. You know. Top Bricks, hello everyone. Hello Top Bricks, welcome. Yeah. Asking about the UFO theme. I mentioned it briefly earlier, but I need some more time to play with the sets. I actually own all of them. I bought them all as a huge collection with a bunch of other space sets that kind of appealed to me more, so I focused on those ones. But I do need to spend some more time with it in order to get the whole picture there. Okay, cool. Thanks for tuning in here, folks. I know I kind of did my big spiel at the start of all this, and I know a lot of people here now weren't there for that. So I don't know if I should recap or whatever, but I'm streaming tomorrow. This is like the test, and so far so good, hopefully. I'm a lot less nervous now than I was when it started, which is good. Oh man, I hate these toothed connection types. These pieces, you can't really see this, but the ones that have these little grooves that always break all the time, thank goodness they retired this system. What a terrible system this was. Yeah. It's not always rainbows and sunshine when it comes to 90s Lego sets. Like there are some like objectively bad parts about these sets, and this is one of them. These things are so bad. Yeah, they didn't retire this connection type soon enough. I think there's too many sets that have this, and unfortunately, it's from some of the best years of Lego, in my opinion. But just a bad part of those years. Okay, we're getting the yellow chair. This is, if you've ever built Model Team before, like the yellow chair, they do it like all the time. I don't know why. It's always a yellow chair, and it's always built basically the same way. So, yeah. There we go, and there should be a seat for it over here. Cool, we got our chair. Not minifigure scaled, not Galador scaled. Not really Fabuland scaled either. You know what? Probably maybe Belleville or Technic figure scaled is what I'm going to say for this one here. Remember those Technic figures? Those guys are cool. Oh! The steering wheel doesn't turn the wheels. Something else is going to turn the wheels. That's cool. Alright, so the steering wheel is just free spinning here. Something else. Something else will make the front move. That's cool. Look at, we're discovering as we go. Okay. Chat time. Thoughts on Slizers or Exoforce? I had a lot of Exoforce growing up. They were really flimsy, but they were cool. Yeah, they were cool. I had a couple Slizers, but like Slizers, I don't know. They got nothing on Bionicle. Yeah. TBH, they are very, very obviously like prototype Bionicle. Like we're trying this idea out. They have a gear function for some reason. The gear function's not good. It's really slow. It's not really playable. The throwing discs are cool, and I think like some of the Slizer or Throwbot, like they're Throwbots here in Canada, but like some of the Throwbot design choices were cool, like really cool color combinations. There's that one that's like green and dark turquoise. That's neat. That's really unique. You're not gonna see that in many other places. That's cool. I think my favorite one was called Flare, which was an orange one that flew. It had wings. I think that was my favorite one. There was a purple one I had as well, too, that I really enjoyed. And their cases were really cool. They had these, like, they opened up in the back, and you could store the discs in there. Yeah, really cool cases. The cases were cooler than the sets. Oh, yeah, Car Simplified's talking about it. Yeah, as a content creator, yeah. Yeah, I too, I don't usually watch my stuff with other people around. That is kind of weird. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It just makes you feel a little self-conscious about it. Yeah. A lot of my close friends also watch Slugger content, which is nice. It's good to get their feedback on it. My partner doesn't, and very, very famously, I don't think she's seen a single video. And I don't see that as hurtful at all, because I actually appreciate that much more. And it goes with my music as well, too. I don't want to be in a relationship with a person that's like a fan of like my stuff. I want to be in a relationship with someone who's you can see as like an equal, or like, someone who can challenge you on some of these thoughts and things like that, who sees you for more than just the stuff that you make, you know. Because I've been in other relationships before too, and I remember one where the person I was seeing at the time was a big fan of my music and stuff, and that just seemed, I don't know, it didn't quite click for me. It wasn't meant to be. But that's okay. Much happier now, which is great. My partner and I have been together for 8 years, I want to say now. So good stuff. And yeah, she puts up with all the Lego in the house. So that is yeah. gotta find yourself one of those people. That's Slugger's advice on relationships there, everybody. We're hitting all the topics here. Yeah. It's good stuff. I'm getting pretty close to the end of this here, folks. I can feel it. The parts are running out in the bottom of the box here, and it's looking more and more like a car the longer we go. All right, so with that being said, coming up on 2 hours. Oh my goodness, tomorrow's going to be so crazy. If it's taking me 2 hours to do this, how am I supposed to do 8 Rock Raider sets? Alright, I'm having a crisis of my convictions here, everybody. Live on YouTube. Oh boy. Yeah. Again, I know I've probably mentioned this, but thank you very much for hanging out and watching this, and you know, offering so many great comments in the chat here. I'm really annoyed that I can't possibly read them all as I go. Because it's so many great comments from what I'm seeing, and there's actually double the amount of people that I was expecting to be here. Because I was looking at, you know, so you got your subscriber count, you've got Slugger's at something like 3,700 or something like that right now, and I was thinking, okay, so 1% of people will probably watch the stream. I feel like that's a safe estimate. But no, look at the numbers now. Like it's basically 2%. That's double. So, and this is even the main event. So I don't know. I think it'll be a great time tomorrow. The only thing I'm worried about, you know what I did? I checked the little box. I checked this little box here for the first time. Saved myself a drink. That's great. Hey, kitty. Yeah, I know. Good stuff. Okay, I can't remember what I was talking about earlier. Doesn't matter. Let's check the chat here. Nick on Planet Ripple has made many cool videos. Yes, Lego Rewind is a great series, and it is a series I watched a lot right as I was getting back into Lego, and it's what I needed at the time. It's general enough that a non-Lego person can sit down, watch it, and get a great understanding. I know I've seen criticism of that before, of Lego Rewind, where it's like, it's too broad, it's too general, it's lacking many specific details, and it sometimes comes off as somebody who doesn't have experience with these themes that Nick's talking about there. And I agree to all of that, yes, but at the same time, Lego Rewind needs to exist. Like, there needs to be something like that that's out there, because not everything can be super specific, and I feel like my channel's more specific stuff, like non-Lego people, and I get comments sometimes on some of those videos I mentioned earlier, where obviously non-Lego people are watching this, and they just like why are you complaining about a random Lego color being, you know, discontinued or something like that? It's like, well, I mean, if you're not watching this, you know, with the right lens, then, or the right context even, then yeah, this is gonna come off really weird or completely wrong or however. But yeah, so I mean, like, if you somehow haven't seen Lego Rewind, yes, you should go check that out. I think it's a great general look at a series. I wouldn't put a lot of stock into like a lot of Nick's opinions on sets that he doesn't have, because I don't put a lot of stock into anybody's opinion on sets they don't have. So yeah, take it all with a grain of salt. But at the same time, Great series. Okie dokie. Doing a sub-assembly here. We're building the engine, and I don't know how engines work, but they are cool to look at sometimes. Getting that cat hair in there too. Alright, cool. I need to keep on scrolling here. Saving up for the original gunship. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah. Car simplified. That's great. That's great. doesn't watch the doesn't watch the content, but she appreciates having fixed cars. Yeah, I would appreciate having fixed cars too. You know what? I'm finally making this connection. I need to go watch your videos. That's what I need to do. I'm not a car person, but if I could get a little bit more knowledge on how cars work, that would be awesome. Maybe I'll ask Cars Simplified a very, very easy question to anyone else, because I mean, like, you know, cars are a fact of life, or it really feels like. Cars Simplified, if you've got a video in your repertoire there that you would recommend to a first-timer coming to your channel, let us know. Let us know. Hey, there's Winters. Welcome. Great question. So my partner doesn't build Lego, and very famously, the first set we ever built together, we sat down and we built it, was the rock monster truck, which we did for that video. And it was with my brother too, so I bought 3 of them, so each one of us opened a Lego set. We all built them, and then we just had some fun driving them into each other and whatnot. So yeah, that was our first ever. And that was really cool. It was a really great experience. It was probably the perfect way as an adult to enjoy that Lego set. It was just such a great, perfect little moment there. Yeah. I'm really enjoying this too, by the way, folks. Thank you very much for checking it out, hanging out, being so cool. We haven't had any spam, like, unless Emerald's doing like an amazing job right now and keeping all the sex bots out of the chat and whatnot. I'm very happy that everyone here seems to be a human being. That's awesome, and thank you to Emerald for keeping an eye on things as well too as we go. Okay. Yeah, simply don't sleep, yeah. Slugger, will you ever do a face reveal? You know, probably if I end up doing conventions and stuff like that eventually, like, there's no avoiding it. Like, I won't do the just too good, like, I won't wear a mask or anything like that. That's that sort of thing. Like, get a big old slug helmet, something like that. Yeah, we'll see what happens, honestly. It really is just like it's nice to be anonymous for a while if I can help it. But if I do end up becoming like a Brixie or something like that, then I guess so be it. That's what's gotta happen then. Yeah. Brixie's Canadian too, actually. Okay. Oh wow, that was a tight pair of clips there. Wasn't happy about that. Sorry, I had to focus my energies. Get that one in there. Okay, cool. Yeah, Carson, I'll answer questions after everything is built on the Rock Raiders main event stream. Good call. Good call. The brick stop. Sorry I'm missing these comments here. I have no idea. I wish it would timestamp them so I could see how late I am. Brickstop asks, how do you feel about Lego Zalax? Up until a couple weeks ago, I was completely ambivalent. Like, I thought they were kind of neat. I had a couple growing up. I had Lupin and Gear. Those were the 2 I had. That's the dark turquoise and purple one, of course. And then a purple one. The sand purple, and what's the other color on that one? Dark purple? It's violet. Violet. That's the name of that color. Violet. Anyways, what happened a couple weeks ago is someone in my area posted all, except for one, of the Zalax racers for sale I almost don't want to say how little I paid for it, because one of them turns out is worth way more money than it should be. Anyways, the figure's called Ghost, and he's a glow-in-the-dark figure, and he's got an orange car, and there's been only one Bricklink sale, and there's none available right now, and the Bricklink sale sold for more than $150 Canadian, which is ridiculous. No one should be paying that to buy a Zalax racer. And then I recently bought the last one I was missing, which is called Sub-Zero. That racer's called Sub-Zero. And now I've got the whole series. And so there's going to be a video. There has to be. Like, it's just kind of one of the things where, like, if I have all of the sets, I feel like I'm almost obligated. Like, I have to do it. And I'm actually looking forward to it. It'll probably happen this summer. I feel like it's something that I can just kind of whip out and make quickly, which will be nice. But I want to go through and kind of give them like a 1 to 3 rating on the color scheme, like the aesthetics of the sets. I feel like that'll be a kind of a cool way. Just go through and say like, hey, this is a really unique color scheme, and point out what are the specific colors, because I think that's the strength of Zalax. Because the builds obviously are, you can't. There's nothing to speak of when it comes to rating the builds, because they're what, 4 bricks, 5 bricks, I don't know. But the colors are all really unique. Oh, sorry, no one can see what I'm doing here. I'm building this engine here. Sorry, I wasn't looking at the stream. Huh. Oh, Emerald saying haven't had to do any moderatory things at all. Well, thank you everybody. Thank you everybody for being very polite to each other, to Emerald, to myself, and not soliciting weird things online. Not putting weird links in the chat. Don't do that. Don't put links to weird things in people's chats. Don't be robots. Don't be a robot. It's better to be a human. Cool. Thank you very much, everybody. Okay. Working away. We're getting pretty close here. Working away. I'm not going to put the stickers on this set, by the way. If you were curious about that, it's not going to happen. Why? Because model team sets, once you put the stickers on, you can't take them apart. They use stickered assemblies in their builds. So you're basically locking yourself into one model for the rest of time, unless you want to rip up those stickers. Peel them off, right? Well, this is a bad way to do this. I'm disagreeing with the instructions here. They're making me do something out of order that I really think would have been better had it been done differently. But it's going to be tough to explain, and you won't be able to see it all that well. It's just, I'm having to peel things off in order to get these back on. Alright, this is really unpleasant, this part of the build here. It's basically putting these plates onto little hinge bricks there, but you can't get a good grip, so I had to take off the whatever these things are called. Maybe Car Simplified will be able to tell us what these things are called. Exhaust things? Pistons? These can't be pistons. These little things here. Yeah. Yeah, you slam a car into another car. It's Monkey's Law, of course. Yeah, Amy's asking about the Lego Minecraft theme. I've got a lot of Lego Minecraft, and actually you should ask Emerald about it too. Emerald's got a lot on that theme as well too. I say a lot. I've got like 4 sets maybe, one of which I haven't opened yet. I think they're cool. I like them. I like how many blocks they have, how bricky they are. I feel like that's something that Lego's gotten away from. It's almost like a special event when you open up a Lego set and it has a brick in it now. It's like, whoa, a Lego brick! That's amazing! I haven't seen one of these since 1999. So that's nice. I really enjoy how bricky they are. They are a bit more flimsy than I would like the base plate design. Like I have the Mushroom House one recently, and I know they're made in a way where you can like make them more modular, but they really remind me of some of like the UFO sets or Explorians, where it's like, hey, this falls apart if you play with it. like it looks nice on a shelf, but like this is just gonna break in your hands if you're if you're playing with it. But maybe I'm doing it wrong. It honestly could be that too. Yeah, it's probably a me thing. But yeah, I think they're neat. I mean, like, I don't especially love giving Microsoft money every time I buy a new one from the Lego store. But what can you do? Like, there's just so many giant conglomerates in the world that it's almost impossible to avoid giving one of them your money. Yeah. And Microsoft's just a company that I love to hate, so that's, I don't know, de facto monopolies like that. Just yuck. Okay, getting close to this engine being done here. Gonna slide this piece on there. Gonna try to hold it out while I check the chat. Anderson, opinions on Star Trek. So while all the other kids were watching, I don't know what was on at the time. Reboot? I was watching Star Trek. Yeah, I'm diehard Star Trek. I'm in all the way for Star Trek. So yeah, I think there's some great stuff. I think some of the modern stuff has not been great, but the newest show, the Strange New Worlds, is shockingly good, I think, at least. I've been having a lot of fun watching it, and that this is coming from somebody that did not like Discovery, did not like Picard, just thought the writing on those shows was so bad. But I don't know what they're doing differently for Strange New Worlds, but it seems to be working for them. Oh, I also really enjoyed Lower Decks as well, too. But if we're talking about the classics, like, I mean, it doesn't get better than Deep Space Nine. So you've got Deep Space Nine, probably your top tier Star Trek there. And then probably, like, Next Generation, you know, season 4 and onwards. Maybe season 3. Season 3 is not bad. And then season 7 gets really bad. So there's a little bit of Next Generation that's good. Like season 5, Next Gen. Amazing. But I just think there's so much more good stuff in Deep Space Nine overall. Season 7, though, like, me and my partner have been going through and watching all of Deep Space Nine. We got to season 7 again. I mean, like, I've seen the series many times, but season 7 is weaker than I remembered it. And I think it really... well, no, I can't say anything, otherwise we'll give away spoilers. So, yeah. I just remembered season 7 being better than it is, but... oh well, that's okay. It's nice to have good memories of a show. Okay, we're getting there. I need to put this engine on. I forgot that step. I think it goes right there. I'm going to double check the instructions before I apply pressure. Okay, it does go right there. Now we apply the pressure. You can hear the Lego bricks kind of shift around there. Okay. There is, I didn't mention this here, but there's background music in the background of the stream as well too, and it's a track by a composer named Cami, and it's called Soft Funk. I love this track. I absolutely adore it. I think it is so good. I listen to it on repeat when I'm writing scripts, so hopefully you've not been annoyed by it. If it's too loud, I guess I should have mentioned this like 2 hours ago. If it's too loud, let me know. I can turn it down. But man, oh man, I love this track. It's called Soft Funk, and the artist name is Cami. You can find it in the Manic Miners Discord. I also use it in the Every Single Piece of Lego Rock Raiders video. And I asked Cami yet again to use it, and Cami's like, yes, it's fine. Don't keep asking me. Like, stop asking me something. Oh, okay, good. We're all good then. But yeah, lovely track, really great, and really fits the Slugger vibe. Like, if people want me to use Slugger's music, I can. I just don't really have anything that's like loopable yet. I could make some edits, but I thought this music was fine. Very, very chillin', very chill. Okay. I missed a ton of questions. I'm just going all the way to the bottom here. Arza, yeah, well, Lego Model Team. Yeah, we're building Model Team today. I know. I'm as excited as you are. Oh, good. Oh, good to hear. Car simplified. Good working engine there. Yeah, it's got the fan belt. I know that's a thing, right? Maybe. I don't know. I've heard people talk about that. Oh, Emerald has played Rock Raiders with soft funk modded in. It's great. That sounds like a great experience. Yeah, I haven't seen Babylon 5. To be honest, I haven't seen that one. I'm up to date with a lot of sci-fi, but that one is just one that's slipped under my radar. If you want to talk about Andromeda, I can talk about that one a little bit. I don't know. It's been years and years. I used to watch that on broadcast television. You know, like the TVs that have the rabbit ears that you have to tune. I don't know. I know I'm a lot older than, or a bit older than most of my viewers, just looking at the analytics. So, and I'm coming, Grandpa Slug, you know, coming in, talking about the adjusting the antennas on his TV to watch to watch Andromeda. Yeah, but we had one of those. It's good. It was a good show. Like if you've seen Firefly, like Joss Whedon definitely watched Andromeda before he made Firefly. That's what I'm gonna say about that. But I think Firefly's great too. It's just there's a lot of similarities. I don't think it was a wholly original idea. Yeah, one of those sorts of things. But art inspires art, and that's one of the great things. I know a lot of people bring that up with Deep Space Nine and Babylon 5. There's a lot of similarities between those shows, with Deep Space Nine coming out later. So, hey, if it led to a great, you know, Star Trek show, then yeah, it also led to a good Joss Whedon show as well too. Getting pretty close on this one here, Old Man Slugger. Yeah. Oh, nice. Okay. Matthew's letting me know I'm in good company here. That's good. Yeah. Aw, Matthew, thank you. Aw. Watching the stream has been calming. That's great. That's great, because I was very, very, very nervous. And then all of you fine people leaving such great comments completely eased my nerves, and now I'm not at all worried about tomorrow, other than having to build those Rock Raider sets. Although what I am worried about is it taking so long. I did not expect to be streaming even past 1 hour today, but I feel like it was an hour before I even got the set open. So, oh brother, oh brother. All right, once again, everyone who's here hanging out, I'm very sorry. I had to power through. I just had to scroll to the bottom of the chat. I hate doing that. It's like nails on chalkboard. So I know I missed some good stuff back there. If it lets me do it, I think after I'm done this, I'm like after we're done streaming, I'll just scroll back through just so I can read what everyone was writing. But yeah, if you asked a question and I missed it, don't feel like you're bothering me by asking it again, because you're not. I really do appreciate all of that. So if you do want to fire off the question again here, even if this is like the third time you're doing it and I just haven't answered the question, it's probably just because I've missed it. I don't want to make it seem like I'm ignoring people. This looks like some kind of intake. I'm guessing like an air intake of some kind. And that's going to go up on the top of the engine. I've never actually seen a race before. Got like a race car race, you know, with cars and races and cars and things. Yeah, I've never seen one. I feel like that's like an American thing, but maybe I'm wrong. Okay, I've made some. Gotta get this engine block like more into the bricks because it's sticking up a little bit and it's causing some issues now. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna get it any further than that. I think that's good enough. Alright, let's check the chat again here. Sparks, I'm back! Welcome! I didn't expect to still be streaming. Chuck has found me out. You've noticed I've taken things from the Rama soundtrack in my videos. Yes, I'm a big fan of Ross and Ross's Game Dungeon. what a great YouTube series. And yes, that is my only interaction with the game Rama. I've never played the game, but I've seen his video on it, I don't know, 20 times now. Such great content. Ross Scott. Yeah, there's a channel you guys should all, folks should go check out. That is Ross's Game Dungeon. Ross Scott is the name of the channel there. Lovely, lovely content. But yeah. Seeing as it is, it's an illegal kind of like gray area, that abandonedware sort of area. I feel like I can get away with using it, at least for now. If I need to take those videos down eventually, I guess I have to, but yeah. But great soundtrack. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, great music. Oh, Emerald says, Rama, Slugger's music is great for Rock Raiders because the music doesn't need to loop. Ah, cool. I'm happy to hear that. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. That's funny. Fan belt is correct. Nice. Okay. Nerdian's asking about, did you see the Lego episode of The Toys That Made Us? You know what? Everyone talks about that, and I just haven't sat down and watched it. I've seen clips, though. I've seen the clips of, like, the Lego vault or the Lego room. Like, that's cool. Gotta dig our way into that at some point. Get our chrome crushers and start digging. Yeah. I honestly don't watch a lot of shows or television or anything like that. I do most of my content, like, consumption through YouTube, I want to say. Just other creators. Anderson's asking about the opinions on The Legend of Zelda. I think, at least the games I've played, have all been really good. With Breath of the Wild being the newest one that I've played. That one was kind of like mind expanding in terms of like, wow, you can do this in a video game. That's cool. So that was a really cool game for me, at least. Like I mentioned, though, I don't spend a lot of time playing video games, so don't put a lot of stock in my opinion on them. But yeah, I do feel like the 2D Zeldas, like your Oracle of Seasons sort of type of Zeldas, have better puzzles than the 3D Zeldas, your Majora's Masks and whatnot. At least puzzles that made me think a lot more. So that's just my opinion on that there. I really enjoyed the DS game, or one of them, the Phantom Hourglass. I remember really liking that one on DS. Some of these yellow bricks are a little yellowed right out of, or sorry, some of these white bricks are a little yellowed coming right out of the package there, so that's too bad. A little bit of age. These slope bricks, it seems to affect different bricks differently, which is very strange. It must be the different color mixtures that were used at the time, or different batches getting different degrees of yellow in them. There's still a lot of parts here. I'm a little worried about the parts. Like, I'm finishing up the top, this spoiler, I want to say. It's a spoiler. Nice. I think the Cars Simplified, I think you'll just have to attend every stream from now on. All of my streams, so that you can let me know all the mistakes I'm making about talking about cars. So you're hired, you know. Me at 3 a.m. is asking, any thoughts on Spyrius or a possible Spyrius retrospective? I have all of the Spyrius sets, so yes, absolutely. At some point in time, there will be some sort of Spyrius content. Off the top of my head, the Saucer Centurion is so cool. So cool. And there are a couple of modern pieces that make it so much better. They really improve, like you just hide them in the build. You don't see them on the outside, but they improve the durability of its play feature, because the ripping the saucer open has the tendency to rip off one of these little black 1x2 plates that is kind of like holding that whole thing together, and eventually just pops it out. But there's a new brick that's like a 2x2, but it has only 2 studs on it, and that brick solves that issue. And so you put one of those in there, and it fixes the set immensely. So that's my recommendation for Spyrius fans. Avoid the big robot. I think that robot's terrible, if I'm being honest. I built an alternate model of it. One of the alt builds. Actually, I've got it on a shelf here. Let me just grab it since it's topical. There we go. So I had to blow some of the dust off of it here. This is built out of that large, like, lumpy, frumpy robot, and this is one of the alternate builds on the back. It's a 10-wheeler, like, spy car thing. Like, this is just immensely cooler, I think, at least. Here, get some more light on it there. Yeah, I don't know. I just think that this is what you should be doing with those pieces, not building that weird robot with the gravity falling arms. I don't know. So this thing was cool. And someone out there, I want to say in Quebec, because I thought the video was French, made a video on how to build this. And so I went and followed the video, and it was mostly right. They made some different changes because they wanted to like add some things, which is something I'm not really big on when it comes to alternate builds, at least. As you saw in the 1012 subscriber special, you know. But otherwise, I think this is a great way to use those pieces. Looks awesome. Is awesome. Yeah, the Spyrius spy car. Mm-hmm. Matthew's saying, I'm not going to overload you with more questions. Instead, just going to give some hot takes. You know what I've got here? And I forgot to use it here. Check this out. I loaded the GIF up into OBS, and so whenever I'm spitting out hot takes, I've got a little thing I can do here. So, yeah, what can I do offhand as a hot take? Here's a hot take. No, I did. No. Oh man. I mean, the obvious one, Galador is better than Bionicle. Boom. Hot take. You heard it here first, folks. You know. Oh man. No, and I know a lot of people have challenged me on that statement, but yeah, I don't know. Like, I can't really weigh in. Is the thing. Like, it's an opinion that I can't possibly back, and it is almost apples to oranges, because sorry, cat hair. Galador was around for less than a year. And Bionicle was around for like 15 years. So you just really can't compare the two series, even though I do. Yeah. Bionicle started incredibly strong, though. Like, I want to say like first 3 years of Bionicle, the mystery, the story, just so good. Such good stuff there. And it just got less appealing to me as time went on. I was like, oh, another 6 Toa. Oh, another 6 Toa. That sort of thing, right? Like, it was kind of a victim of its own success in that way, I think. And they just felt that they needed to do 6 Toa every time. And that was just one of the things that they had to do, I guess. Yeah, so I wasn't as thrilled with Bionicle as it went. And Bionicle Stars looks like one of the worst waves of Bionicle, like a really pathetic send-off is what I felt at the time when I was looking at those sets. I have not owned those sets. I have not built them, so I really can't say they're bad sets. But I certainly wasn't going to buy them. Is the Galador TV show lost media now? Yeah, like that's a great question. I mean, it's on YouTube. You can watch the whole thing, and I'm almost done it. I haven't actually finished all the way to the end. I think it's a good show. Like, there is entertainment to be had there. there's been some self-aware moments in the show, like where they're making more adult jokes, and I appreciate that, but they're not as plentiful as I would like. Like, it still is very much a kids show, and I'm not one of the people, like, I don't watch kids shows anymore. Probably because I never really watched kids shows. I just talked about how, like, you know, when I was 8 years old, I was watching Star Trek: The Original Series. That's what I was doing. Yeah, that was my opinion of a good time. Let's watch some Star Trek. All right, so here's something that's really weird. Maybe Cars Simplified will be able to explain what's going on here. There's these backpack pieces. Like, these are from the Adventurers theme, and they're backpacks. I'm supposed to fold them up. Ooh, yeah, there we are. And I'm supposed to stick them on the back like this, and then put the spoiler up on top of that. I am so confused as to what these things are. Like, ballast? Parachutes? Are they... are they parachute holders? Is that something these cars have? Do cars have parachutes? They're parachutes. Nice. That's so cool. That is so cool. I'm impressed that I was able to deduce that without any hints here. But yeah, but people are chiming in. That's awesome. Okay. Team Galador for me. Nice. Bionicle is perfection. Fair enough. Yeah. Just wasn't for me. Okay. Empathic Rambo has a good question here, or hot take question. Briefly about Bionicle. I have to know your story of how you fell in love with Galador. So here's the truth. And I hope Matthew Ewald isn't watching the stream here. Because Matthew, of course, is the actor who played Nick on the show. But here's my opinion as a kid growing up and being aware of Galador, seeing it advertised all to heck and back. My opinion is that the show was the mistake. I think doing the show as a kid made me not want to get the toys, because when I saw them advertised in the Lego magazine, I saw this live action show, I was like, oh, this is a licensed thing, and I don't watch this show, so I guess I won't buy the toys. That was my first thought, and I never bought the toys because of that. It was basically, I don't know what this show is, so I'm not going to buy the toys. Whereas with Bionicle, it was a mystery. It was like, oh, what is this? That's really interesting. I've never seen this before. I want to buy the toys. It was basically the same, like, mysterious, I don't know what this is, but in a different context, and that changed everything. It changed everything as a child watching that sort of stuff or seeing that advertised to me. So the mystery of Year One Bionicle was so much more alluring than there being a TV show about some toys that this show that I'd never seen before. So that's my opinion based on being a kid at the time and seeing it advertised and getting the McDonald's toys or whatever it was back then. So I fell in love with Galador just out of curiosity as an adult coming back into it here. Like in 2020, I think I bought some Galador figures because they're like $10. Like if you look for deals online on eBay, like I bought a sealed, I think it was Nick and Gorm Deluxe, both sealed, $10 each, Canadian $10. Like, this is less than their retail price in 2002, and they're sealed. Like, you can get Galador for so cheap. Like, some Galador sets, most of them, really. And I was so impressed with them as toys, pulling them out of the box and building them and, like, feeling the quality of the parts. I was not used to that. I'd grown up playing with Bionicle, and like all the diehard Bionicle fans will talk about, like, oh, there's this type of joint, you got to avoid this one will break, all that sort of stuff. Galador's got none of that. Galador is like built to last. It holds up with play better than bricks do, better than system bricks. it's incredible the quality of those toys. I've never owned an action figure like Galador that was that high quality. Really, really changed my opinion fast on that theme, which is why I mentioned it in my video where I go over the whole theme. I'm like, there's no way to compare with having this figure in your hand and playing with it. Like, there's just nothing I can say in those videos that'll convince you more than that experience. So, yeah, I'd recommend going out, get yourself a Jens, get yourself a Nick maybe. Like, Euripides is one of my favorite figures. He's not very combinable with the other figures, but Euripides is cool. And actually, I learned this last night. Here's a Euripides fact for you. Do I have one handy? Let me grab one. Alright, Euripides. It's cool. Look at him. Yeah, it's got this giant staff. This thing's massive. Look at the size of that. You thought these wheels were big earlier? Look at how large that staff is. It's great. This guy right here, it's the first time dark green was used. The first time. Like, on Bricklink, they've got a couple of other sets listed, like, in the 60s that came with, like, die-cast cars that maybe used, like, green plastic on the underside or something like that. That doesn't count. That's all. I don't think that's the same color mixture at all. It's not like they held on to that same color mixture for 40 years and then used it again later. No. This is the only set in 2002 that had dark green, and this is the first set that had dark green in it. And then since then, they've been using it. They used it on some sports jerseys in 2003, and then ever since then, it's been a mainstay color, and they still use it to this day. So there's another Galador claim to fame there. We have Euripides to thank for dark green, which is a pretty cool color. I like this color. So thank you, Euripides. Quality parts, Slugger. Yeah, you can quote me on that, Matthew. Galador parts are great. Nitron, I think Galador aired on Fox Kids. I remember seeing advertisements for that. I don't think I got that channel, so yeah. Oh, sorry, Winters, I missed your comment. Directly above and below about Lego competitors. I am brand loyal to a fault. Yeah, I don't have any Mega Bloks. The last Mega Bloks I had, I was sifting through to get rid of. Yeah, I don't really have any interest in other competitors. I know Emerald's got some good suggestions for that sort of stuff. I am ignorant of it, I would say. I just don't know what's out there, and I've never been willing to give it a try. Yeah, so brand loyalty to a fault when it comes to Lego. Absolutely. That is definitely a blind side for me. Okay. Yeah, Zeldrake's saying that's a really neat use of the hole that goes through the backpack. I agree for these parachute holders here. I know I can't hold this up any meaningful way where people can see this. Sorry, I know I'm not talking right now. I'm trying to drink some water and I'm trying to read the chat. Oh, thanks, Rambo. Yeah. Thank you. I don't know if LEGO Alpha Team ever used Galador molds, but what I will say is that LEGO still uses Galador connection types. This ratchet joint here, I can maybe yank that out so you can see it a little bit better. It's got like a Technic pin and it ratchets around. This is still being used in sets to this day. So this was made for Galador, that connection, the ratchet joint connection. LEGO uses this all the time, like those giant mechs that you see with arms that move and legs and stuff. It's Galador. It's Galador. It's just systemized Galador, that's all. And you can't say the same thing about a lot of Bionicle joint types. Like, you don't see the ball and cup joints the same way anymore, you know? So there was so much R&D that was put into Galador, so much research and design, and they were so onto something with the construction of these figures. And I think the longevity of the joint types really shows. And I mean, the quality of the figures, like these figures hold up. I've never seen a broken Galador piece. And I have dozens of broken Bionicle pieces, so, you know. Yeah, definitely a difference in the build quality. Now the theming, like in the aesthetic and the story, that's all up to debate. That's all personal, subjective opinions there. And I do enjoy, I think, the original Bionicle wave, like first wave, collect all the masks. That's compelling. I liked that a lot. Don't know if I can say the same about the later story, and like Matanui is actually a robot, and I don't know. Ugh. Yeah, sorry. I know that's gonna ruffle some feathers with the larger Bionicle community. So that's why I don't try to involve myself with them as much as I can. Okay, cool. All right, so they want me to connect this, and they want me to really do it by just bending these Technic beams to get them around the axle holes here, which is kind of a old style way of doing that, I would say. Definitely putting some pressure on the pieces. Oh well. Locking it into place. These bricks make a nice, satisfying connection. It's nice to open a sealed set like this and get some fresh bricks. Oh, that really... Oh, cool. Oh, you can adjust it. I suppose that makes sense. So you can have it go forward, have it go backwards. Nice. So you can find whatever position you wanted in there. Parachute deployment. That's so cool. That is so cool. Oh, I was supposed to push these pieces down. Okay, I can do that. Okay. Go. Didn't Galador do McDonald's promotion just like Bionicle? Yeah, except unlike Bionicle, the Galador promotion figures were terrible. Yeah. You can find them sealed for $2 online if you want them. Nice. Okay, there we go. Now we're turning. Okay. I don't know what the Atlantis portal is. Sorry. I don't know if I can weigh in on that question there. Yeah, Pat Wynn saying, like, it sucks they stopped making alternate color masks. I'd go a step further. It sucks they stopped making masks. One of the last Toa I bought was the Toa Anika? It was, what was it? Naparu, yeah. Toa Naparu, the black one. He was one of the last Bionicles I bought. And he doesn't even have a mask. Like, it's like rubber on a head. And I was like, what is this? You know, this isn't Bionicle. I mean, as an action figure, he was a pretty cool figure. He can move his, like, he had elbow bends and knee bends, you know, so that was nice. But, yeah, I don't know. Whatever happened to collecting all the masks? The Mask of Power? I don't know. Maybe it was just such a limited story thing. They couldn't just do that all the time, and they needed to sell sets somehow. So I guess I get it, but oh well. Okay, we're coming down to wheels here, so we must be getting close to the end. Thank you, everybody, for sticking around, offering such great comments and questions in the stream here. I'm going to have to prepare for the long stream that's going to happen tomorrow. Oh, man. This has been fun, though. Thank you very much for hanging out with me as we do this. Wow, these tires are really rubbery. I'm trying to get it on the wheel type. Now, this wheel type right here, this is my favorite wheel LEGO has ever done. This wheel right here. It's the one they use on the Hypno Cruiser, and they did it on a few other sets of the era, especially Technic sets. But I love this wheel design. The tire treads have such great detail. The wheel, the hubcap, or like the whatever you call this, the wheel face, I don't know. It looks great. And sadly was retired not soon after they used it. But they do exist in some cool colors. I finally got 4 red ones. Red ones are kind of tough to find out there in the wild. I've got 4 gray ones, 4 white ones, yellow, black, dark gray, and red now, but you can get them in a lot of different colors. They used that piece for the battle droid, so you can get them in tan, you can get them in orange for a set, I think there was even like a metallic one. I can't remember. Maybe that's a different wheel I'm thinking of. But yeah, love this wheel design. My all-time favorite Lego wheel. So there, I answered a question that nobody asked. Yeah. See, I know Emerald. Yeah, I know Matanui being a robot was actually planned from the very beginning. I don't know. Yuck. I'm not into it. Sorry. But if you want the full story and you want to hear it from somebody that is actually into Bionicle, Nick on Planet Ripple. You need to go watch that video. Okay, so I'm going to put the big wheels in now. Big wheels turning, baby, I know. Yeah, okay, cool. So we're going to get these big wheels turning. Anyone else listen to ELO? I like ELO. It's a great band. It's kind of the band that got me into music. Electric Light Orchestra. There we go. Sweet. That is awesome. That is a hefty wheel right there. Wow. Better slugs hanging out here too. Cool. All right. ELO is great. Hey, nice. Good. Hey, we got a couple of ELO fans. Nice. Good stuff. I remember in grade school, just completely blowing the mind of one of my friends, where I had every ELO song on my computer on iTunes. I can't remember what it was at the time. So there's 300 tracks there, and I said, okay, just hit shuffle, and I'll tell you the name of the song in less than a second on any of these tracks. And he's like, no, you can't do that. And when you obsess about an artist and you listen to their music enough, even just the little synth cue at the start of a song or something like that, you totally know what the song is. And so it was easy, and he was very impressed. But it's just because I listen to a lot of ELO all of the time. Yeah. We're going to talk about ELO now? That'll get rid of a few people in the chat. I think people will just click off. ELO recommendations. The obvious one is Into the Blue, but I think A New World Record's a tighter, more concise, great album, so maybe check out A New World Record. I think Zoom is incredibly underrated as an ELO album. If you're an ELO fan and you haven't checked out Zoom, I think there's something good waiting for you there. The production on it alone is so worth it. It's tough to track down, though. I got a CD of it from a used CD store, but it hasn't left my car since. It's such a great one. ELO, yes. What's next? Well, you want to hear my opinions on Rush? We can talk about Rush. Yeah. Rush was an incredible band. Love that band. Okay, cool. All right, getting pretty close here. Rush. Bum bum. Bum bum bum. Bum. Ba-na-na. Yeah. It's great stuff. I saw Rush 3 times. Not the 300 that some of their fans have seen them. But I saw them 3 times. The last time on R40, I had floor tickets. Me and Brett, who I've mentioned very, very often on the channel here. So Brett and I went and saw Rush floor seats. We managed to score those, and my goodness, they were a band. What a great group. Yeah, okay, cool. All right, we're so close to the end here, folks. I can taste it. It's great. So I'm doing these things, which are things that go on a car, I'm sure. Nitron's asking, if LEGO were to make a 90th anniversary Rock Raider set, do you think they would finally give us a slug mold? I'm going to say no. I don't think they would do a new mold for that. Hey, last page. There we go. As much as I would like to see a slug mold, I'm actually a big fan of the brick-built molds, personally. Like this to me is good, and is good enough. more importantly, I think. Yeah, I think I've got the other one in here too, actually. I'm going to check my desk drawer. I do, nice. This is the one that the Wanderer kind of redesigned on. So like the original one, I can't remember who did the original one. I don't think it was Ben. I can't remember. But yeah, this is another good design for it as well too. So those are both good. Car Simplified. That's Hold Your Fire is the CD you've got there. Hold your fire, keep it burning bright. Yeah, good CD. Yeah. Oops, this goes here. Oh, that's why they had the studs facing outwards there. Cool. Cool, I like it. Yeah. Yeah, Chuck's got it there too. Thanks, Sparks. Yeah, I didn't think I'd be streaming for this long either. Yeah, Lego Scala, that'd be cool to get too. I'd like some Lego Scala. I've got some Belleville. I've got a couple of Belleville sets, and they're cool. It's cool stuff. Scala's maybe like a step too far away from what I like about Lego, but I could get a Barbie or two. I don't know. That's not a huge deal. There we go. Okay, got the tires. Getting the tires on now. Yellow got me into music, Grandpa Slugger. That's great. Sorry, I'm kind of backwards scrolling through the chat now. I know I answered some more recent ones, but I know I missed some stuff. Nice. Yeah, Jeff Lynne, underrated guitarist. Yeah. I don't know how much detail I need to go into the ELO stuff, but there's a society of ELO fans called the Secret Messages Society, and that was a forum or a group that I was maybe lurking in, let's say. And yeah, talking about that album of theirs, Secret Messages, and it's a really cool album. Maybe not the first stop you should take, probably not even the 10th stop you should take when you're listening to ELO for the first time. But for the people that have been listening to ELO a long time, it can be a cool one. Secret Messages. Okay, that locks in really well. I like that. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Okay, so we got one big wheel here. Second big wheel's coming on, and then maybe I can finally catch up on the chat and yeah, say goodnight to everybody. Because for some of you folks, man, the time zone, like it must be so early in the morning or like late at night now. Really apologize. I thought I'd be done so much sooner. There we go. I think, other than the extra pieces I've got here, now I've got a nice, clean, clear tray to eat my dinner out of. So I'm just going to go get my spaghetti and just put it right in here. Do spaghetti here, maybe mashed potatoes. It's been so long since I've had mashed potatoes. Yeah, I wonder what vegetables people like out there. If you want to comment, what are the best vegetables? I already know the answer. It's peas. It's peas, right? Like carrots are nice. Corn's nice. Those are good. But like frozen corn can be hit and miss. Frozen carrots can be hit and miss. Frozen peas, you just can't go wrong. Like peas are great. You just put them in water, you boil them, and you eat them. So great. So great. That's oh sorry, I forgot to do this. Here we go. Peas are obviously the best vegetable. Objectively, peas. There is no contest. Peas are the best vegetable. Cool. Nice. Oh, broccoli's good too. Yeah. Pears. Do pears count as a vegetable? I thought they were a fruit, but maybe I'm wrong. If pears are on the table, then yeah. I mean pears. I love pears. I think the only downside with pears is you have like 6 hours on one day to eat all of the pears as they just turn ripe. So that can be kind of annoying. These are some cool photos of the set here in the back. Give peace a chance. Everybody now. All we are saying. Cool. All right, so I'm going to move the instruction book out of the way here. Here is the finished model. It is very large. What can I use as a size comparison here? Oh, here we go. Euripides. Okay, so just everyone grab your Euripides and, you know, hold it up to the screen and see if you can see the size discrepancy between your Euripides model and this model team set here. It's quite big. Yeah, it's a very long model, it is. I actually have another model team set sitting right over here, which I'm going to grab. This is a new one for me. Wasn't in the video. I'm not done it yet. I'm kind of reconstructing it a little bit, and it doesn't have the right thing on the top. This is the Blue Fury. This is actually, this is Blue Fury and this is Red Fury, so they're kind of like, I don't know, name related. Otherwise, not related at all. This is the hot rod car, and this is obviously like a dragster. So, yeah, I had to purchase a few chrome bits that were missing, and that was expensive. Probably about $30 of chrome pieces I had to buy. I had to buy the headlights too. Those are like $5 each. Crazy prices on the chrome. I still need to get a proper antenna. This one's in light bluish gray, and obviously that's no good. And what else am I missing? I'm missing the windshield here. Other than that, this one's almost done. This one's almost done. So that's a cool hot rod car there. I know this is not going to look great on camera. I apologize about that. But yeah, so there's a size comparison for you. I don't know. Do I have a minifigure? I've got the king over here. I'm gonna grab the king out of the throne. Common household objects. That's a great idea. I thought Euripides was a common household object, though. Here's the king. There's a minifigure next to it, kind of. Yeah, so pretty big. Got those big wheels there as well, too. Yeah. Yep, Neridian, you're right. Yeah, and the stickers are over top of multiple bricks on the hot rod, so I can't build the alternate model of this one because I bought this one used. They'd already put the stickers on, and like I mean, the stickers are cool. Like they look great, and this model is definitely better than the B model for this set. But at the same time, I would like to try out the B model sometime, and unfortunately, I won't be able to do that with this unless I rip up all the stickers, which I'm not really tempted to do. Yeah. Let's put the king back on his throne here. Alright, cool. So that's the dragster. And it's got turning wheels. They don't turn much, which I guess makes sense for a dragster. You probably don't want to turn those wheels too hard. I do know about the infamous yellow parrot. Yep. Only available in 2 sets. And I know about that from Trick Bricks. So go watch Trick Bricks. Maybe if we go and we watch all of Trick Bricks videos and we get them up to like, I don't know, like 1 million views, Jamie will come back and make some more. Wouldn't that be nice? He hasn't made a YouTube video in like 2 years now, and a lot of people say like he's never gonna come back, but I've got some faith. I've got faith. I am gonna get, yeah, Jack's asking about the Galaxy Explorer. I am gonna get it. I won't pre-order it. I will probably wait. Gosh, I don't know. That's such a big topic, because then it's like the artificial scarcity argument and the gift with purchase stuff. Yeah. So, like, I think, yes, I will get the Galaxy Explorer. I won't get the castle, even though I think the castle's cooler. I do think the castle's, like, a better set. But I just don't have the space for the castle. It's massive. Like, what am I going to do with this set? The castle's like, I don't know, 20 times the size of this. I'm like, where am I going to put this? I just got to put it with the rest of my model team. But, yeah. Sparks is predicting that I would have 25,000 subs very soon. Gosh, I hope not. Gosh, that's so many. That is so many. Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that, Nerdian. I'm just not a Lego Star Wars fan, so yeah, it's definitely lost on me. Sorry. Yeah, Pat Wynn's asking, what DAW do you use? Yeah, thank you. I use Cubase. I was raised on Cubase, and I mean that as I had Cubase as a youngster, and I learned how to use it, and that's the one I use. They all basically do the same stuff, so there's no reason to use one over the other than like, well, Pro Tools is the industry standard or whatever. Yeah, I actually have my current job because I know Pro Tools, or not Pro Tools, Cubase, because I knew Cubase. It was an ad, just a paper ad, and I grabbed the little number off the thing that said like Cubase engineer needed, and then it turns out that you actually are a teacher too. Well, yeah, let's you're hired, like that sort of thing, right? So it was good. Yeah. Okay. Who's your favorite Rock Raiders character? That's a great question. And what would the hardest set be tomorrow? That's a great one too, Root Beer. All right, so favorite Rock Raiders character. As a kid, it was Axel, for sure. I just loved Axel so much. Although more recently, I think I've come to appreciate Dox and Jet a little bit more. And I really liked the way that they were portrayed in the Race for Survival book, especially Dox. He comes off really well. Because I think in the game, in the cutscenes, like he's kind of seen to be kind of bumbling. I mean, they all are in the game, and it's cute. But like, I kind of do like the idea that they're professionals and they know what they're doing. So that's why I really like that Race for Survival book, and I like that Marie Birkinshaw was able to put that in her story. So that's cool. Yeah. So I don't know what. I like them all. I used to not like Bandit. Like I was like, who's this guy? But I've grown to like him a lot too. And of course, Sparks is great as well. So they're all awesome characters. And I mean, like, as far as Lego characters that don't ever say anything go, you know. Yeah, I guess they talk in the video game a little bit. Yeah, actually, that's. I take Lego Star Wars sucks, throw it all in a dumpster. Yeah, yeah. Stream lag. Yeah, that's okay, Pat. I've actually got it set up so that there's 10 seconds in between every comment, and I mean, my goodness, it's still moving way too fast for me to keep track here. 100 Rock Raider monsters or 60 Power Miners Rock monsters. I have no idea. Yeah. No idea there, sorry. Okay, I wanted to get back to a question I read earlier. Gosh, I'm missing so many of these questions. I'm so sorry, everybody. What do I think will be the hardest set tomorrow? And for those of you who don't know, tomorrow's live stream is going to be building all 8 of the Rock Raiders retail sets from memory. No instructions, no photos, none of this. I think. Actually, here's the rules. Boom. I've got a graphic for it and everything. Look at that. No instructions, no reference models, and no cheating. So I don't have like a secret instruction booklet off to the side that I'm actually working from. Even though, and maybe this will come off cocky, maybe it'll look or it'll seem like I do for some of the models. I especially think I've got the Chrome Crusher down pat. I think I can do that one no problem. And that might seem suspicious. That might look suspicious to newcomers coming in and be like, hey, that set's got a lot of pieces. How did you do that? And I'll explain my strategies as I go. That's what I'm actually most excited about for tomorrow. Is just kind of talking my way through, like, this is what I'm thinking as I'm doing this. This is how I'm approaching this problem. With that being said, to answer the question, the tunnel transport is absolute. It's just going to murder me. I've been looking at the instruction booklet, or I was before I sealed them up. I'll show them to you here in just a sec. I've been looking at the instruction booklet, trying to memorize as much of it as I can, and I did try to like reconstruct like parts of the tunnel transport. Like I'd deconstruct the front of it, and then just try to rebuild it right then and there, and I couldn't do it. And then I tried it with the back, and I couldn't do it. And then I tried it with the side builds, and I couldn't do it. And so when you put them all together in a pile, I just think there's going to be no possible way I can do the tunnel transport. So if you can stick around in the stream until we get to the tunnel transport, you're going to be in for a fun time of laughing at Slugger as he struggles immensely. But anyway, those are the rules there. Okay. Yeah, Cars, you're right. You might have to just do a let's hang out and build whatever live stream where answering the chat is the priority. I did not expect this at all. So I guess that's on me for just not having my expectations in the right place here. I did not expect a stream chat to be so active on a Slugger video. Like, what? It's crazy. Yeah, thank you everybody. I hope people have enjoyed themselves. If you've been here since the start of the stream, oh my goodness, thank you. Even if you've come in late or you had to leave, I guess I'm talking to nobody then. if you've already left the stream here, thank you. This has been so wonderful. I'm very, very appreciative. So I'm going to talk about what's happening tomorrow now. I'm gonna pivot. So this is the model team set. It's really cool. That was a pretty fun build process, honestly, and I'm glad I was able to share it with so many people here today. Even if it was limited, I know it's not the best quality camera, it's not the best lighting. You know, it's like hopefully good enough is good enough, and if it's not, then I apologize. But this set was neat. This is a neat one. I can't wait to try out the tractor as well too. And my goodness, there's a lot of length to this model. It's gonna be really tough to display it. I've got a model team display upstairs with my other sets, and this one's not gonna fit. So I don't know what's gonna happen with it, but I'm excited to find out. Anyways, let me put this set aside here, and let's talk about what's happening tomorrow. So I've been calling tomorrow the main event, even though this turned out to be a much bigger event than I was anticipating. Oh, sorry, this is going to start going crazy unless I put something in front of it. Here, put that there. Hopefully the autofocus doesn't go crazy then. It's model team, yeah. Let me get rid of all these bags here. Okay, so let me grab the bucket. Okay, here, okay. I'll move this out of the way. This isn't gonna work. It just isn't gonna work. But for anyone asking about like, okay, where are all the bricks? Where are all the pieces? Okay. All right. Let's just do this. All right. So is it gonna focus? There we go. Rock Raiders HQ. This is Rock Raiders HQ. I need to reconstruct Rock Raiders HQ out of that. Matthew's saying this was the event. Read us Mars missions. Yeah. Okay, E. Hansen's asking about why did TrickBrick stop making videos? There were a couple of posts on his Instagram, I want to say, where he said, like, and this was years ago now, like 2 years ago, he said, like, or I'm just not in the mood for it right now, but it's not the end, you know, I will be coming back to it. Like, something to that extent. He had mentioned something like that. And that was the last anyone really ever heard from him. So, like, I don't think he died, you know? I don't think it's one of those things. I really do think it's just, like, he's going through a dark age right now. And most LEGO fans have that at some point. So, you know, it's got a great channel. Great legacy content there. Just, like, it holds up. I know it was made years ago now, but it's solid stuff. Blast Rock Race audio stream tomorrow's stream. I don't know. Maybe. I guess I could try that. But, yeah. The camera is 4x3. I don't think it's old. It was bought in the era of Zoom, so it's at least 2020 vintage. But yeah, it is 4x3, which is kind of strange. I don't know. 112 in Ireland. Nice. Thanks for zooming in from Ireland. That's awesome. Yeah. Could also be burnout. Yeah, I agree, Emerald. Yeah, he was burning the candle at both ends as he went. Which is something I've actively tried to avoid, and that is a lesson I'm taking from Trick Bricks as well too. When you commit too hard or make too many promises, that sort of thing can really burn you out. So, yeah. Yeah, I know. I was like, is the whole theme inside that bag? No, it's in this tub. I can't even show the tub. It's so huge. All right, so this is Rock Raiders HQ. Let's put that there. This is the, is this the Tunnel Scout? I feel like it is. Yeah, this is the Tunnel Scout. Or, sorry, Tunnel Transport. Oh, wow. Yeah, you gotta revoke my Rock Raiders membership card for getting that one wrong. Alright, so that's the Tunnel Transport. I'm starting with the big ones because they were the ones that were on top. Chrome Crusher. Right here. That's the Chrome Crusher. No. Yes. Okay, good. Phew, I gotta check this a little bit better. Alright, Loader Dozer. Goes right there. Granite Grinder, much smaller, can fit in this bag here. And then we got the tiny set. So I've got my Hover Scout here, I've got Rapid Rider here, and I've got Rock Raiders Crew here. And I gotta make this into sets tomorrow. Yeah. No, Rambo, you're right. I was telling, I think it was Foxtane earlier, about, like, you know, I've been studying the tunnel transport manual, and he's like, that's cheating! And I'm like, you have no idea what this is gonna be like. I think looking at the manual a couple days ahead of time is fair game, because this is, like, look at this. There's so much here. And then you gotta get it right. You gotta reconstruct these 100%. Yeah. Oh, the different English names between Americas and Europe is so weird. I didn't realize Europe had different names for the Rock Raider sets. I thought it was Loader Dozer, Hover Scout, that sort of thing, right? If I'm wrong, let me know. I would like to hear what other names these sets have. PJR, could you do a viewer mock thing? Viewer suggests things, you make them. That sounds cool. That sounds really cool. Yeah, I'll think about that. Holy moly, Car Simplified made 4 months worth of content ahead of time so you could go get married. Wow, that is commitment. That is commitment right there. Trick Bricks is the king. Yeah, absolutely. I'm eyeing that bag, yes. Yeah, there's quite a lot of stuff here. Wow, okay, Super Driller. Giant helicopter. That's crazy. Weird. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I bet the event would be even more crazy if you mixed all the pieces together. We'd be here for an eternity. There are so many bricks here. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy stuff. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, anyways, this is what... Oh, am I active on the Rock Raiders Reddit page? I don't Reddit, really. I'm just not active over there. I've posted links to Slugger a couple of times, but the Rock Raiders Reddit is pretty, like, dormant. I don't want to say dead, because there are users there, but I think it's like, it averages like 1 post a month, if I'm not mistaken. Or at least I check it once a month. So that's about how active I am there. Lego Mania! Yeah, absolutely. I love that jingle. That's great. Yeah. Viewer mocks would be amazing. Oh, like Rambo's talking about viewer mocks. So like people making their own mocks and sending me pictures and then putting that in. Yeah, I think that'd be cool. Like bring the community together to collaborate on mocks. Slugger Cup 2022. Yeah. Yeah, so me at 3 a.m. is talking about how they reused minifigure parts from the Rock Raiders. I have a whole video planned. I've purchased a bunch of sets where these Rock Raiders make reappearances and whatnot, so it'll happen eventually. I don't think it'll happen this summer, if I'm being honest, though, so yeah. Yeah, you make a mock from a viewer-suggested theme, and then fans can do the same theme too. Oh, and then you can feature them all together. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. I'd have to think about the contest angle there. I know Sparks is talking about the contest, like make it a contest. Yeah, I don't know if I want to like turn it into a popularity contest where you got to vote on that sort of stuff. I get so much of that in the music world, like in the music scene. It is such a popularity contest. It really sucks. It'd be nice to avoid that here, where it's just like, hey, look at all these great mocks that people made. But I haven't put a lot of thought into that, obviously. It's a brand new idea, so I'm not going to commit to anything just yet. Oh, right now it's 2 a.m. somewhere. Oh my goodness. Of course it is, I guess, but yeah. Wow. Again, another huge thank you to Emerald for sticking around. I don't think I gave Emerald a time length of like what I was thinking, like, but I was thinking like, oh, it's just an hour. Well, we'll just be here, maybe 40 minutes, right? Like, bing bang boom. We'll see like 13 people throughout the chat, and that'll be good. But no, apparently this is turning into the all day thing that it is. So, again, big thank you to Emerald for being moderator and sticking around this long. Anyways, yeah, this is a pile of things we're going to be building tomorrow. And let me open this up here. Actually, I taped a drawer of my desk shut so that I wouldn't be tempted to go in and look. But I've already sealed them up, so I think I can take them out and show everybody. These are the instructions to building these sets that I've got for there and there. Oh yeah, 4930 doesn't have any instructions. But anyways, like that's the idea right there, is that we've got the instructions, and so after I build it and I feel like I've got it, then we can rip open the instructions, see how close I got. And I don't know if there's like, is there a penalty? Is there any penance for getting things wrong? Because I know like the obvious answer is like, oh, just take a drink for every brick you get wrong or something like that. But I already mentioned earlier, I don't really drink alcohol, so I don't know. I don't know if you've got any suggestions on things that we can do to Slugger, I guess, or ways to incorporate. I heard some ideas from a few commenters, I think on Discord, who I was talking with. I can't remember where now. Oh my goodness. Different ideas, but I haven't settled on anything yet. So if you've got thoughts, feel free to share them. Yeah. I've heard the walking on Lego bricks one. Like people have mentioned that one to me, and you know what it is? When you know you're stepping on a Lego brick, it doesn't hurt. It's the not knowing part. So I can't knowingly place a Lego brick on the floor and step on it and like call that a penalty, because like, you know, like when you're stepping on something, you know it's there, right? But it's when it's not there, that's when it hurts. Yeah, the punishment is having to tear things apart to rebuild at the end when you get things wrong. That's not bad, actually. That's not terrible, Emerald. Yeah, that could work. Because once you know the secret, like you've opened up the booklet, like you can't like unring the bell. That's where you're at. Yeah. Eat a dried slug for every wrong brick. No thanks, that's okay. Yeah. All night until we get a bedtime story. Yeah, I mean, you can just go listen to the Race for Survival book. I already read one story there. I don't really have many Lego books. I've got a few other ones here. Like, I don't know. but none that are like novels like that. I've got some of the picked these ones up recently. Here, I can grab these. Whoops, there we are. These two. These are puzzle books. You have to take it apart and build one of the official alternate models from memory? No way. Yeah, we'll be here forever. Yeah, Nerdian's asking, do you have a business email? Not yet. I've been meaning to set up a Proton mail. I want to do one of those. Yeah. I mean, Slugger's already so linked to Google. I'd like to get some stuff that isn't, if I can. So, yeah. Read them. Well, there's nothing to read here, really. Oh, I guess there is. Okay. I mean, like, I guess I could. This one's terrible, by the way. This castle mystery, I think this one's really bad. The Lost Temple, however, this is the best one. And I've got the Rock Raiders one here, too. So, in my humble opinion here, as Slugger, I think the Lost Temple is the best of these interactive puzzle storybooks. Rock Raiders is second best, and I think Castle Mystery is totally bogus. But Lost Temple's great because the puzzles actually feel like adventurers puzzles, like Indiana Jones puzzles. The Rock Raiders puzzles are largely random in the book. Some of them are just about like temperature and stuff like that. I don't know. But this one's really cool. So many great things. No way to refuse now. Yeah, I know. Can't wait till tomorrow's stream. Me neither. Yeah, although now I'm more worried about the time it's gonna take to do it. Can you just keep streaming until tomorrow's stream? I'm just gonna take a little 8-hour break here, folks. You can just stay on stream. I'm just gonna go sleep for a bit. Yeah, you folks are funny. That's great. Yeah. Dismantle it a little bit. Yeah, that's not a bad idea too. Yep. The faces on the stones. Yeah, that's some weird Easter Island looking heads here. Yeah, it's pretty freaky. A little scary for a kid's book. Oh, Entertainingly Lame's asking, ooh, what's tomorrow's stream? Tomorrow's stream? Well, let me tell you. I need to turn this pile of Lego into 8 Rock Raiders sets, the retail sets, from memory. No instructions, no reference photos, and no cheating. So that's what tomorrow's task is going to be. I need to take all of this and turn it into Rock Raiders sets from memory. That'll be tricky. Zeldrake, if I need to take a whole day to build the Hover Scout, we need to take my membership card away from you or something. Yeah. Yeah, Emerald's right. No back seating, you know? I guess to elaborate on that, if you are playing along and like I'm building the sets and you're following along at home and you think like, oh, nope, I wouldn't do that, or I wouldn't do that, or like, I don't think you should put that there. Those sort of comments are okay. I think that's fine. And I honestly won't be looking at the chat that much if I'm being honest. Because look at this. Look at how much is here. Look at the bones, right? Like it's crazy. It's crazy. So I don't think that sort of stuff will be too intrusive. However, if you're at home and you have the instruction booklet open, or you've got it up on the website, on Lego.com or whatever, and you're just like, you know, looking at the instructions as I'm going, and you're like, wrong, you know, that brick doesn't go there or whatever, and you know, so be honest about it. Don't just cheat at home as well too. But if you're following along and you're looking at it and you're like, I don't remember it going like that, or I think you should try this or something, those comments are okay. I think those are fine. But I just don't want people to try to spoil it for other people as well by saying like, oh, I've got the set in front of me, or like I'm looking at the instructions right now, he is wrong, like that sort of thing. That's just kind of foul play, I think. So no backseat gaming if you have the answers in front of you, I think. But if you're kind of playing along and just like, does it actually do that? Or, just be smart about it. Try to realize that other people are enjoying it as well, and they might get enjoyment differently. I'm not saying you can't have the instruction booklet open in front of you. If that's what you want to do, just maybe keep it to yourself. No need to chime in and say like, no, he's wrong. Look at page 12 of the instruction booklet or whatever. That's going to be a bit of a killjoy for other people. We're all just trying to have fun. Yeah, I like that idea, Chuck. The thing about it though is that I kind of want to have all the models completed when I'm done. That's the thing. Maybe we can do both. As I'm building it, whatever parts are left over, and we rip open the instruction books and we actually see like, oh, I got this wrong, got that wrong, whatever. We take those bricks and we set them aside. And then at the end, after doing all the sets, we take all those leftover bricks, like you suggested, build some sort of alternate build from the leftover pieces. And then maybe, depending on how much time we've got left, maybe we take the alternate build apart and actually fix all the sets. Because I'm going to have to do that anyways, because I do want these sets to be back in their original shapes. Like, I took apart all of these sets. Like, these were all completed Rock Raider sets in my collection, and I just disassembled them and double-checked all the parts with Bricklink to make sure I wasn't missing any. So, I mean, a lot of work went into setting this up, so hopefully it's all correct, and it's going to be a good stream. But, yeah, that's the thing. I guess I can set these off to the side here. But, yeah. That's a good joke, Zeldrick. I like it. Nice. Cool. Yeah, Random's really going on about this bedtime story here. I don't think I've got it in my voice, if I'm being perfectly honest. I've been talking pretty much nonstop for 3.5 hours, so I think it's probably good, I mean, I'm pretty used to it as a teacher. Usually my teaching hours, I usually teach for about 6 hours in a row. But it's important to stay hydrated as you are teaching. So yeah. No worries. Yeah. Where's the base plate for the HQ? Yeah, good question. It's over here. It's massive, so I just didn't. There we go. Yeah, it's barely gonna fit, so I'm gonna leave it to the last step when it comes to the HQ. I'm gonna build all the modules, build the center platform, then put the last couple of bricks on and pile it all together. That's my plan, at least. Bullet Death, hey, how are you? I'm doing well. I'm elated, honestly. The test stream, I think, has been a roaring success. That, to me, is amazing. Yeah. Thanks, Glowfox. You take care, too. That's great. Maybe the real bedtime story were the friends we made along the way. I agree. I agree. Yeah. Oh no, me at 3 a.m. is asking the question that I don't want to answer. Asking the question, how many HQ base plates do you own? Yeah, I don't want to answer that question. It's more than one, less than 10, and I think you can find the answer in the HQ video. I think I show them all stacked on top of each other in the video, the 4990 episode of Rock Raiders Retrospective. I think it's there. But yeah, it is an embarrassing amount. Yeah, it is. Cool. Eddie Wright is asking, when are you doing the rest of the Rock Raiders game sets? Yeah. When? July, I'm going to address all of that because it's so complicated. I can't really go, like, I'll be on a rant here for 20 minutes if I go into it now, and I don't think I have it in me to do it right now. But there was a lot of assumptions I was making about the way these sets were designed that I had to check. I had to check my assumptions to make sure that they were either correct or incorrect. In this case, incorrect. And so I had to dive into doing more Rock Raiders research and digging through stuff, and yeah, it's a whole thing. I'm going to be able to explain it better in a video when I can type out my thoughts and do the script properly and everything. But July should be the next phase into kicking that series off proper with the redo of the tool store, basically. So I've got a funny bit planned and everything for it. It'll be a great episode. I think it'll be great. But I'm going to redo the tool store properly because I got some errors wrong in the build. And going forward, I'm going to cross-reference all the models and check back and really try to make sure what I'm putting out there is absolutely unequivocally the best version that it can be. Because I unfortunately fell into the trap that I was trying to correct, which is there are like how to build videos on some of these in-game models. Not the sets, but the in-game models, like the support station, the tool store, the geological center. And there are some that exist out there, but they are just like, they're just wrong. Like there's just very obvious things that are wrong about the builds in terms of being accurate to the source material. And so I wanted to correct that, but I got it wrong too. So I fell right into the same trap. And yeah. So I really apologize for stumbling out of the gate on that. I thought I had it right, but I totally didn't. So, yeah, July, August. And once I can kick the doors off of getting the explanation out of the way as to why, I can do the episodes much quicker. It won't take as long to do them. Oh, so Chuck knows the answer is 5. Yeah, it is. And yeah, and Emerald and I have a history with each other before we even knew each other. We were both bidding on the same eBay auction, and it was such a great listing. Like so many Rock Raider sets with the HQ box, everything all together. And we didn't even know it at the time, but we were bidding against each other. And I ended up sniping the bid at the last minute. And then when I met Emerald and we were talking about this, she was telling me about this auction that she was trying to win this one time and how it got sniped away at the last minute. And I was like, oh my goodness, that was me. I'm so sorry. But the box that you see in the 4990 episode is that box. It's the one that we got, or I got from that auction. And so in a way, maybe it served the greater LEGO community. I don't know. Sorry about that. Thank you for being moderator in my streams. Don't leave. Yep. Very nice live stream. Thank you. Okay, good. Rock Raiders research does have a lot of R's. Yeah, it might be what RRR actually stands for. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. That's good. Good night, you weird slug man. Thank you, Boxford Scoot. That's great. Okay, good. Yeah, actually, Emerald did get an HQ set eventually, which I was very happy for. Got a good one. What is the rarest piece that you own? Me at 3 a.m. asks. I have it right here. Let me grab it. It's actually 2 pieces. And you're not gonna like it. All right, here's Evil Nick. I actually just did a video on this guy, so if you want more info, you can check out that video here. Prototype headpiece, prototype armor piece. As far as I know, there is maybe one other head that exists. I don't know of another armor piece that exists. So if not one of a kind, very, very rare. Very rare. PGR is saying you should have chat in the stream. Yeah, I was thinking about that. I don't know. I was worried about it because I didn't know what would come through the chat there. But I guess we'll see. I can still do that in the future. Yeah, Nerdian says, oh dang, that sounds rare. How did you get it? I bought it with money. This is not like a lost exploration in the wilderness sort of story. No, this is I spent money and I bought it. The seller is a person in Denmark who previously sold the Mokar bikes, which are the unreleased sets. And actually, through this video, I actually got in contact with one of the people that owns one of the Mokars. I did not think I'd ever get to do that. So I was talking to them about the Mokar bike and asking if they would sell it to me, and they said no, of course. But yeah, and I was saying like, oh, Evil Nick would look so cool riding the Mokar, you know. But yeah, Evil Nick's great. I think it's a really cool figure. I was really happy to get the chance to photograph it and whatnot. Like I mentioned in the video, I don't know if Evil Nick will stay in my collection forever because I feel kind of selfish hanging on to something like this. And maybe I'm calling out the Mokar people in saying that. But I want other diehard Galador fans, because I'm not the only one, and I'm not the first person to go nuts for this series either. There have been long-time fans of this series. And I want other fans to be able to have a chance to play with this guy here too. So I think he's in a good home right now. But he might not stay here forever. So, yeah. And of course, the follow-up question, what is the rarest non-prototype piece you own? Maybe Chief? Maybe? I don't know. Like, minifigures count? Yeah, what makes a rare piece at that point, then? I'd have to think about that one a little bit more. But that's where I'm at. Okay, cool. Sparks is looking at Galador auctions on eBay. Me too. I get an alert on my phone every single day. Yeah. Okay, Cade's asking how much did that cost? How much did Evil Nick's parts cost? I don't know if I want to reveal how much that cost. I really debated about putting that in the video, just having the screen cap of the prices I paid for each of these pieces. And I guess I'm of two minds on that, because on one hand it's like, I don't know if well, I mean, you could probably look it up on Bricklink, right? Maybe they have the listing still saved there. I think grand total, all told, it was this piece and the head. So it was the armor piece and the head. Getting it to me shipped from Denmark, plus the price of the parts themselves, was probably a little over 400 Canadian. Maybe 450, if I recall correctly. So if that sounds like a ludicrous amount of money to pay for a couple of parts, then yeah, Nerdy, and I hear ya, Chief, yeah. And actually the story behind this, I know Nerdian's also asking about that too. The person who was selling it got it from a former LEGO employee who had passed away. And the collection was given to this person, or bought up by this person, and then this person sold them out one by one like that. So, yeah. What makes a rare piece? Bricklink price. Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, Random. I know. Random's like really anxious about this story here. No, I don't think it's gonna happen. Sorry. Yeah, but yeah. Thoughts on the Recon robot from Spyrius? I can't remember if that's the big one or the small one. If it's the big one, you need to build this alternate build of it instead of building it. If it's the small one's pretty cool. But yeah, if it's the big one, yeah, do this. Yeah. Yeah, Random. I am strongly considering making a video of that book. because it's such a good book. I need to track down a few more of the figures, the minifigures, like Senior Palomar. I don't think I own that one. But I am thinking of doing a retelling of it, just like I did with Race for Survival. So hopefully that'll help scratch that itch there, which is good. Do you have the Yens with the lime green accents on the head? No, but the same seller has it, or has a Yens. I almost got that one too. They have so much prototype Galador stuff that I really would have liked to have just bought it all, but it's so expensive. They've got a really cool Euripides with like hoses and tubes and things, like Euripides with like hoses that come out here and stick into his head. Like, I don't know. They're thinking of all these crazy things back then. Cool. I cannot... Yeah, thank you, Zeldrake. Thank you. Yeah, I've been trying to wrap it to a close here. But, man, there's still 30 people. Still 30 people hanging out and chatting. That's great. Yeah. Small one was the one you're referring to. Yeah, I like the small one. The small one's good. Me at 3 a.m. Yeah. Big one's... I don't know. I didn't like it, but yeah. Guess you could start a Galador museum. Yeah. Cool. Galador misprints. Yeah, there's actually a Tagger misprint that's available right now. Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, we're coming up on what, 4 hours now? Yeah. This has turned into a Q&A at this point. You're right. I thank you all so much. Thank you for sticking around, having fun, doing all this. I'm glad everyone here is as interested in LEGO as I am, and conversations didn't devolve into crazy other things or weird links popping up in the chat. So this is great. Yeah. Yeah. That's okay. Yeah. I'm actually a little overwhelmed. Emerald, you're right. Yeah. It's like, I did not expect to have so much trouble reading the chat as I'm doing all this. So yeah, but it's nice to see people that are here and having all fun. Slugs just wanna have fun. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about there, Nitron. That's a cool commercial, that stop motion one. Yeah. Yeah, I agree, Sparks. Man, I don't want to talk about the Forest Hideout set. Okay. All right, so folks, I'll tell you about it if you promise not to tell anybody else. The Forest Hideout set is amazing. It's so good. It's such a great set. And I couldn't talk about it in that video because I didn't want to make other people feel like they were missing out by not getting it. And so I had to basically just kind of rush past the review of that and just say like it's cool, it's a great set. But, here's these awful business practices that are going on behind the scenes. And I so wish I could have just made that video and done a good 15 minutes of just talking about, like, look at this set, it's so cool, look at all these amazing little things. But it would seem so wrong. Like I wouldn't be able to sleep at night, that sort of situation. Like very morally wrong, like just ignoring the way that set was released. The 40567 Forest Hideout. Totally botched release. Totally awful. And no, it doesn't make up for it that they're bringing it back in August as another gift with purchase. Probably at the same price threshold. That doesn't make it better. Okay, fair. Makes it a little bit better. A little slightly better. But it doesn't solve the issue. Like, I think a lot of the comments were like, oh no, it's going to be available again, so no problem. And I'm like, no, you didn't watch the video. You didn't comprehend what I was trying to say. Or maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But yeah. 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 Yeah, Random's asking about the Duck Films Rock Raider stop motion. I actually used it in my Loader Dozer video. I directly took a clip from the video and linked, obviously gave credit to Duck Animations because their stop motion is way better than mine. But it's incredible. It's an incredible video. Oh, Entertainingly Lame's asking about Discord where people discuss Rock Raiders. Manic Miners. Just Google Manic Miners. You'll find Baraclava's website. Free to join in. It's so great. Oh, okay. Emerald's on it. Never mind. Sorry. It is amazing. What a great community there. Yeah. Any Spyrius Discord groups? Not that I'm aware of. Not that I'm aware of. And I'm not actually sure what Random is referring to with the bald miners. They're from the video game. Like all the miners in the game have no hair on. So I think that's what inspired the Duck Films thing. Yeah, the reason why Rock Raiders has a following is because of the video game. It really is. Like there's nothing super unique or remarkable about the sets in comparison to other sets of the same year, of the same vintage. But that video game, even though I don't play it much anymore, has just kept the fandom alive. And so Slugger comes in now, and Slugger is looking at what's available online on YouTube. And, like, yes, there's set reviews, but there's a lot of video game coverage, and that seems to be the focus of Rock Raiders. And, like, with Rock Raiders United, that community was really focused on the video game, preserving the video game. And so Slugger's, or my thought process here with the whole channel was like, you know what? These sets are awesome, too. Let's talk about how great these sets are. And that's why I don't talk about the video game all that much, is because I feel like other people have done that, and they've done it better than I could. So, yeah, I just want to show off the sets. I think they're cool. Yeah, they are uniquely industrial sci-fi. You're right. Like Wayland Yutani sort of corporation sort of style. Yeah, I really do love Rock Raiders. Will asks, how old are you? I'm older than most of my viewers, so you can look at my analytics and you can, I think, figure it out from there. Yeah. Time flies when you're having fun. No kidding. No kidding. I struggled a while trying to find the catch line for the end of that series, the Time Cruiser series, because Rock Raiders, it was easy. They have that high adventure, deep underground. That's not something I made up. That was like the phrase. That was the selling slogan for Rock Raiders, at least in some regions. And Time Cruisers didn't really have that, at least from what I could tell. And then I watched a commercial where Dr. Cyber is talking. He says, like, oh, and time flies when you're having fun, or something like that. And I was like, that's it. That's what I got to do. I got to take that and use that. And so that was the catchphrase for the Time Cruisers videos, which I'm still working on, by the way. I know someone asked me like 2 hours ago now about when's the next one coming. It's coming. I've recorded the script for the Hypno Cruiser. Hypno Cruiser script is ready to go. I just need to start editing the video. Yeah. Thank you, Entertainingly Lame. Yeah, of course. Yeah. I'm a 90s kid. Yeah. Good. Yeah, Random saying Orient Expedition is the way to go for Johnny Thunder. And that's the one that Brett and I had all the sets for. So it's the one I have the most experience with, and I agree. Amazing sets. Really fun board game, too. Yeah. Alright. I am calling it there. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. This was a great first stream. I had a great experience with this. It was also a good learning moment for me as well, too. I now realize how out of control. Well, maybe not to the full extent here, but like, I mean, that chat, it flies by. I'm barely like reading through one sentence and then boom, it's on to the next one. Maybe I need to brush up on my reading skills so I can read these a little bit quicker. But thank you so much, everybody, for sticking around, for watching, for hanging out. And I hope to see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. We are going to be building all 8 of the Rock Raiders retail sets from memory. No instructions, no reference photos, and no cheating. And I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great. Hope to see you there. Thank you, everybody.